What he did last month. ERA of 1.69, 42 2/3 innings of work, 8 runs. I mean, you got to be kidding me. and 48 strikeouts. It's just phenomenal what he has done. He warned us that he's going to be dominant, and we always believe what Justin says. Lefties 203 with 6 home runs, righties 225 with 11 off of the Justin.
Nice hand for the ex-Tiger, Curtis Granderson, as he digs in. It's hard to believe that it's been 7 years since he wore a Tigers uniform.
Class act.
Popular player digs in. First pitch of the game is a fastball strike. And we are underway here at Comerica Park. So glad to have you along for the first of 3 Tigers and Mets. Today's first pitch brought to you by Sunoco and the Sunoco Free Fuel 5000. Get the decal, get spotted, and win. Curtis, the DH tonight, hitting .235, still has the good power. He hits a ground ball foul here down the first base line. And our first inning today is brought to you by U.S. Park on Middle Bell Road. You booked your flight. Now reserve your spot and save at us-park.com. There is a strong wind blowing out to left.
Yes, it is.
And on a night like this, when you see those flags standing straight out on top of the scoreboard, it can often be a night when the ball jumps.
Yeah, if you hit a high fly ball, it might be carried.
3 infielders on the right side against Curtis. Tucks that right shoulder in. Swings and hits a high fly ball softly into left field. That's going to carry out to Justin Upton. He was going to come in and make the catch. He actually backed up a step.
You just mentioned about the wind. There's no doubt about it.
It got pushed a good 20, 30 feet, I think.
Wind has something to do with that, baby. But Curtis is just a class act. Always good to see him.
Justin, more balls hit in the air than on the ground against him. Outside of that one inning against Cleveland, he's hardly given up home runs his last 112 innings.
That one inning with 4 home runs, that was ridiculous.
Noah Syndergaard is that rare, terrific combination of a power arm who gets a lot of ground ball outs, so he just doesn't give up home runs.
No, it's amazing.
Castellanos in tight. Alejandro Diaz just keeps moving around the league.
And a pain in the neck, too, against the Tigers.
And now he's with the New York Mets. He takes a pitch outside.
Well, he's one of the few guys that have batted against Justin a good bit. 8 for 37 with 2 home runs. I think I remember those home runs, too, in Chicago. How about that? How's that? Any good? I had a 50-50 chance, didn't I?
He did.
Thank you, Dan.
You had a 50-50.
All right, baby.
He swings and pops it up. Shallow left center field. Collins coming in. And he will make the catch. Breeze didn't do anything with that. Just a soft little fly ball. Jim, you have to say going in. This is a Mets lineup that's been devastated by injuries, even with the addition of Jay Bruce. The power guy from Cincinnati leads the National League in RBIs. You like this matchup tonight for Justin?
They have 10 players on disabled list. I don't know if I've ever seen that before. And, you know, the job Terry Collins has done, the Michigander, is just fabulous with all these injuries. But, remember, there is crying in baseball, but no pity in baseball. So go after him.
It is catching up to the Mets. I don't think there's any question about it. You win a Cespedes just went on the disabled list. There's a swing and a foul past the screen. Jose Reyes, remember, had been suspended to start the year, released by Colorado and picked up by the Mets. And with Wright's injury, he had been producing at third base. He's on the disabled list. But you go right down the list. Lucas Duda hit 27 home runs last year.
Right.
He may be done for the year.
Amazing.
It's a lot of talent that's on the disabled list right now for the New York Mets. Neil Walker at the plate. We last saw him in a Pittsburgh uniform. He swings and hits a soft ground ball down the first base line. Justin tries to pick it up fair, but it was. I thought it went foul.
Good job.
He did a great job of grabbing it along the line and flipping over Walker to first to get him for the third out.
That was a big swing. Ball didn't go very far, did it?
No, it didn't. 1, 2, 3. No score, bottom of the first. Today's game brought to you in part by Jeff Glover and Associate Realtors, the official real estate team of the Detroit Tigers. Justin Verlander retired the Mets in order. The Tigers get ready to face for the first time the 23-year-old native of Mansfield, Texas, Noah Syndergaard.
Well, I'm going to give you the numbers real quick. 9-5 at 2.48 ERA, 116 hits and 123 in the third, 150 strikeouts, 25 walks, 7 home runs.
Kinsler at the plate. First pitch fastball at 97 for a strike.
He averages 98 with the fastball. His last 5, 31 innings, 8 runs, 10 walks, 35 strikeouts. Lefties 284 with 3 home runs. Righties 220 with 4 home runs. That's 7. Pretty good at counting there, huh?
Very good.
Thank you, sir.
Check swing on a slider, and sliders in the low 90s, and it's quickly 0-2 on Ian Kinsler.
Average is 98 with the fastball, the slider in the low 90s, changeup almost 90. It's phenomenal. It's one of the greatest arsenals ever in baseball, I would say, Dan.
Pretty stunning debut last year, and he has carried it right into this year. The 0-2, up and in. Even in this era of the strikeout, to see a 23-year-old in his second year with a walk rate below 2 and a strikeout rate of almost 11?
That's crazy.
There just aren't many pitchers in any year who will get to those levels. And he's doing it in his second year. There's a foul out of play in the major leagues. He is an imposing figure on the mound, 6'6", 240 pounds. The blonde locks flow from under his cap.
They do flow.
And he is a very confident pitcher for good reason. He is extremely consistent and extremely tough to hit. A little more hittable lately. There's a pitch in the dirt. We'll see if that means anything, because every pitcher is going to have a little stretch. And when you're talking about his worst stretch, Jim, is 27 hits in 25 innings. That's not exactly. He's not exactly getting rocked.
No, he's not. Time. But the word was maybe the fastball is missing a little bit that hop at the plate.
Here's the 2-2, swinging a long foul fly down the right field line. Already a good at-bat for Ian. He'll see at least 7 pitches. This is the thing that has pushed his pitch count up in recent starts. A lot of foul balls, not just in 2-strike counts, but in 2-strike counts especially, extending the at-bats and pushing his pitch count up.
Well, that tells you how good his stuff is. You're hard to square it up.
The 2-2. Fastball misses inside.
What an eye.
Ryan Blackney is our home plate umpire tonight. Tony Randazzo at first. Bill Miller at second. Todd Titchener is tonight's third base umpire. So whatever happens here, Ian's had a good opening at bat. Remember, Syndergaard will not walk you. Here's the 3-2 and swinging a line drive, base it into center. What an at bat! 8th pitch of the at bat. Sharp single into center field.
Yep, you figured you're going to get the fastball. I don't care how hard it is. If a big league hitter, a good big league hitter, looking fastball, they can hit it. I don't care if it's 100 miles an hour, 105 miles an hour. They have a better chance to hit it, and that was right over the plate. Every day, every night Ian Kinsler did the job again.
Well, now it becomes interesting because Noah Syndergaard cannot stop the running game. He has allowed an incredible 30 steals in his 20 starts this year. Ian Kinsler can steal the base. There's a strike on the outside corner. Rivera's good behind the plate, but if you don't give him a chance.
32% throwing out runners. 9 for 28. I figured that. That's 32%.
30 stolen bases, 4 caught stealing.
That's
against Noah Syndergaard. And there goes Ian Kinsler swinging a fly ball left field, fairly deep. Wind pushing it, going back Nimmo onto the track, and he'll make the catch. Ian was all the way to second base. He'll retreat to first. The wind gave that a good boost out to left field, although I thought Collins actually hit it pretty well.
You know what? We talked about him. Tyler's done a heck of a job. He really has. He gives you a good at-bat, and that was a good at-bat.
And it looked like Kinsler had a good lead. It's just that Syndergaard is slow to the plate. You'll see this sometimes with power pitchers. They want to get all they can into their delivery.
You would think as he gets a little older, he would get better at that.
The main thing they want him to do, Jim, even if he's not quick to the plate, and we've seen this work for other pitchers, just step off, vary your delivery times.
Absolutely. Just step off or lob it over there, anything.
Hold it an extra beat. Miguel Cabrera steps to the plate, and the first pitch to Miguel. Fastball low and outside. He's just as good pitching with the bases empty as with men on. It's just that when men on, they advance 90 feet at will. Middle of the infield and double play depth. Power arm who gets a ton of ground balls. Low walks, high strikeouts, the best possible combination. Just in his second year in the major leagues. There's an easy flip over to first to drive Ian back. Not a quick throw, just keeping an eye on you throw.
Very simple. They have 10 men on the disabled list. I don't think I've ever heard of that before.
Jim, 6 regulars. I mean, 6 regulars. It's not like these are fringe guys.
No, that's right.
These are regulars.
Crazy.
Ian with a walking, running lead. He's heading to second. Throw down to second base won't be nearly in time. He had no chance. Now the ball trickles into shallow center, but Ian stops at second. Thought about going to third, but Reynolds chased it down in shallow center field. So Ian Kinsler stole that off the pitcher. You could tell Rivera's throw, Jim. As you said, he's good throwing. He rushed his throw. He had little on it.
He had no chance at all. I mean, he had a walking, running lead. When you do that, when you have good speed, no one's going to throw you out.
But, Jim, there's an example of what we were just talking about. I mean, he's edging off, and, I mean, he's halfway to second, it seems. I mean, if he steps off right there.
That's all he has to do, step off, and they got Ian. But, again, the concentration, obviously, is towards the hitter.
Yep. And when you get tons of swings and misses, which Syndergaard does, sometimes you don't have to worry that much. 1-1 on Miguel. The pitch. Swinging a foul out of play. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
Well, the lowest has been 97 so far. Can't make it up, folks. Wasn't there a rumor he was going to cut his hair in the offseason?
I didn't hear it, Jim.
It was a charity, yeah.
Well, Locks of Love is always a good one.
I'll tell you, he's a big one.
Ian takes a walking running lead to third, and he's going to walk into third. Pitch inside, and no throw. I mean, that's just way too easy.
That's crazy.
A walking running lead off first and a walking running lead off second.
Yeah, this is the major leagues, and you're seeing things that you really shouldn't see. I mean, good for the Tigers, but this is the first inning. No one even near third base because there's no chance.
So, man on third, 1 out. Tigers trying to take the early lead against Syndergaard and the Mets. The pitch, swinging a foul into the seats. Boy, he pounded him in there at 98.
He's not thrown anything but fastballs so far.
Ian did see the slider because we did see 90.
I missed out.
But it's power. And this, for all of his talent, this has been a matchup that has been surprisingly good for the Tigers this year. They have hit some of the best power pitchers.
Yeah, because they're a good hitting team.
The set, the 2-2. Swinging a foul out of play. There was a slider away. Still 2-2, so some good long at-bats.
That slider has a little more hump to it than the normal slider. But it's hard at 90.
It certainly is. I can't think of any sliders that are 90-91.
No, if there was, it was a mistake. The gun was hot.
Now the 2-2. Swinging a foul. We've got another slider. 7-pitch battle. Kinsler saw 8 pitches before he singled into center, so Miguel will see at least 8 every strikeout tonight. University of Toledo students will be a little bit closer to turning their dreams into jobs. $100 deposited into UT's Strikeouts for Scholarships account. Still 2-2 on Miguel. The set. The 2-2 again. Swinging a soft ground ball, chopped to third, coming home as Kinsler. The only play will be to first. So the Tigers take advantage of Syndergaard's inability to hold runners. A single, 2 steals, and a routine ground ball to third to Johnson, and the Tigers take a 1-0 lead.
And that's a sign of things to come. I mean, you can just believe anybody with any type of speed, that's what they're going to be doing, running on this big guy. And a heck of a job by the big man just to put that ball in play. I mean, he was fighting for his life. When you say that about Miguel, that guy's pretty good stuff.
And a locked-in Miguel at this moment. Oh. That brings up Victor Martinez, among the hitters in this Tigers lineup tonight. The ones who've done the best job against power arms this year have been Victor and the guy in the on-deck circle, J.D. Martinez. Victor facing 3 infielders on the right side in the overshift. He hits a ground ball into the overshift. Nope, Loney's going to cut it off. At first base, underhand flip to Syndergaard covering first. Martinez is out, and so are the Tigers. They scratch out a run. We played 1-0 Tigers on the Detroit Tigers Radio Network.
You know, anybody except Victor and Miguel. Even though Miguel's running better, he might try it.
But truly, Jim, you really could have just about anybody running.
Absolutely.
With the way Syndergaard does not hold runners. There's a swing and a pop-up foul and out of play. Jay Bruce, a big pickup for the Mets at the trade deadline.
They needed him.
At the plate. Remember last year, the Tigers sent Cespedes to the Mets for a young man named Michael Fulmer. Trade that worked out pretty well. Really for both teams, but I think for the Tigers in the long run, it's going to work out extremely well.
Time.
There's a swing and a foul over the screen. Last year, the Mets offense was not very good heading to the trade deadline. Cespedes gave it an incredible lift, especially in the month of August.
That's right, early on.
He
yes.
just went off. And this year it's kind of similar. The Mets are near the bottom in run scoring in the National League. They are 13th offensively in the National League. And that's why they're just barely above the 500 mark, even with the best pitching. Line drive into right, that's sinking. That's going to drop in front of J.D. Martinez. That's a bullet off the bat of Jay Bruce on an 0-2 pitch.
That's surprising.
You haven't seen that very much against Justin lately.
No, and that was right down the heart of the plate. I was floored at that.
I'm not sure Jay Bruce is going to give the lift that Cespedes did, because that would be hard to do. But with all the injuries, Jim, it's hard to see this offense getting a whole lot better.
No, I mean,
in the second half.
It's so ridiculous. It's things that I've never seen before, to have that many and key guys on the disabled list.
The regulars on the DL: David Wright, Lucas Duda, Asdrubal Cabrera, Yoenis Cespedes, and Juan Lagares, and you'd have to include Jose Reyes as well, because he was starting in place of the injured David Wright and producing.
Yes.
There's a pitch in the dirt. Those were all regulars, either this year or last at the time of their injury. And now Terry Collins, the Michigan native, is forced to put a lineup that leaves itself very vulnerable to left-handed starters, and the Tigers will start a lefty tomorrow.
Well, that tells you that they realize they can't give up many runs, their pitching staff.
No, 1-0 Tigers, top of the second inning. Nobody out. Bruce at first. He's going to draw a throw.
Now, Dan Worthing, pitching coach, just said to Syndergaard, you see that?
Throw over. Justin will step off, but Justin stops the opposing running. You talk about a contrast.
Oh.
Justin is not allowed to steal his last 13 starts.
Can's simply the best in baseball.
Here's a ground ball, base hit into right field off the bat of James Loney. Bruce will hold at second as J.D. closes quickly and gets it in. So James Loney, another left-handed batter, but it's the most managers just do not like doing what Terry Collins has to do. And there are 4 lefty bats in a row from the 4th spot down to the 7th spot, and 6 of the first 7 hitters are lefties. Now, he's got some options from the right side, but really, when Boyd starts tomorrow, a lot of these same guys will be in there.
They have no choice. So Terry Collins is a young man that we all like a lot, has done a terrific job.
He got to the Mets to the World Series last year.
That's right.
It had been a long time since the Mets had had a winning season, much less reached the postseason. 6 straight losing seasons until last year, a 90-win season. There's a swing and a foul past the screen. Lefty, righty, it does not matter to Justin Verlander in this incredible stretch. 16 starts with a 2.60 ERA. Low walks, high strikeouts. He's shutting down lefties, righties equally well. He's actually been a little tougher on lefties with that improved slider. 1-0 Tigers, 2 on to start the second for the Mets. Curveball. This is outside. Ryan Blackney says 1 ball, 1 strike.
The thing about Justin, his command is so good. I think a lot of people don't talk about that like they should, because a power arm to have the command he does and how he can backdoor of hitters with the breaking ball. Not many folks can do that with a big breaking ball. But Justin can do it.
Kelly Johnson at the plate, another lefty. There's a breaking ball that just nipped the outside part of the outside corner.
Excellent call.
No bigger difference in any one count than the difference between 1 ball, 2 strikes and 2 balls, 1 strike. And Justin just changed the look of this at-bat. 1 ball, 2 strikes on Kelly Johnson, who's been bouncing around the league, much like Alejandro Diaz in recent years. Each of the last 2 years, he started with Atlanta and got traded to the Mets mid-season. Ground ball fouled on the first base line. Was not hitting at all with Atlanta at the time of the trade, and he has been a pleasant surprise and much needed boost for this lineup in his 85 at-bats. He's hit with some power, hit for average.
See the guy got a big contract? Or no?
No.
No. Think of the other.
Yeah, I know who you're thinking of, Jimmy.
Yeah, he won the batting title and he got a big contract.
And then didn't hit anymore.
No, and then it was very happy, though. He was thrilled, though.
Here's the 1-2. Swing and a pop-up, fouling over the screen.
See that life at 96? That's a pitcher's pitch right there.
That's the thing. Sometimes power pitchers just can't control the fouls, the extended at-bats with fouls and two-strike counts.
It just tells you that they have good stuff, good movement on their pitches.
Johnson doesn't strike out a lot. Average walk rate for this lefty, now 34 years old. Justin does not get a lot of double plays turned behind him. The 1-2 is a fastball high. More balls hit in the air than on the ground. Only 6 double plays turned behind Justin this year. Iglesias, Kinsler, double play depth, but really back a little bit from that. Castellanos off the line, but almost straight up at third like a righty was at the plate. 1-0 Tigers. Justin's in a second inning jam. We've seen him so tough during this 16-game stretch. With men on base, he just slams the door. And he's taking a long, long look in.
Yep.
And finally, somebody blinks, and that's Kelly Johnson who asks
you know what you do
time.
from a catcher's standpoint. You go through the signs, then you go through them again, and then you say, back off, you know. Then there's always a hot sign. It might be grabbing your mask. After you grab your mask, the next sign. It's simple, but it might sound not simple, but it is.
Now McCann just called time.
Who's next? Who can call time next?
Now if Justin steps off, we'll have all three. Here's the 2-2. Swing and a miss, fastball right by him. There was nothing fancy there. That was right through the heart of the plate, and Johnson couldn't find it.
Fiesta Tigres is tomorrow. The first 10,000 fans 21 and older get a Maglie Ordonez ALCS figurine brought to you by Miller Lite. Just visit Tigers.com or call 866-66-TIGER to find out about ticket opportunities.
Today's game brought to you in part by McDonald's, which brews the official coffee of the Detroit Tigers radio network, and Pitch Speeds are brought to you every game by X1 from Xfinity. It's going to change the way you experience sports. That was a 95-mile-an-hour fastball, and that's what we've seen with Justin in these really good stretch of starts. There's a curveball, strike Jim, a fastball that starts 94, 95 and kind of just stays there.
That's right.
Give or take a mile an hour or two through the whole game.
But it's been consistent. And again, that's a tribute to his mechanics because they're repeatable mechanics and repeatable release point, which I like to call the old keyhole.
Jay Bruce, the runner at second. James Loney is the base runner at first. Not good speed on the base paths. That's an understatement. Curveball and a beauty for a called strike. 0-2 on the rookie, Brandon Nimmo.
Not a surprise. He's a rookie.
There are a lot of guys with very few at-bats in this lineup tonight.
They're deep into their minor league system.
Nimmo's a very good hitter. Put up very good numbers in the minor leagues. Only a handful of at-bats, just over 50 at the major league level. Hitting .250 so far. Takes a pitch outside.
You don't see many pitchers do what Justin's trying to do. 3 straight breaking balls, just nipping the outside corner, except for the last one.
And that was close, Jim.
Very close.
Nimmo hit .330 with solid extra base power in the minor leagues. Contact hitter. They're excited about this young man. He's a youngster, just 23 years old. First round pick 5 years ago. The 1-2. Fastball sizzles off the plate inside. 2-2 on Brandon Nimmo. Getting the start in left field tonight. So if it was a normal night, you'd have Lagares in center field. You'd have Cespedes in left. You'd have Curtis Granderson in right.
Right at third.
Right at third. Cabrera at short.
My goodness, yeah.
Reyes would probably be the DH.
That's right.
Here's the 2-2. Swing and a miss. Nope. Foul tip in and out of the glove of McCann. Oh, he just got a piece of it to stay alive.
Yeah, but yes, all those breaking balls and the hop on that 95-mile-an-hour heater is good. Late movement, name of the game.
Breeze continues to blow out. It looks like straight out to left, at times from right to left, but mostly straight out to left field. And Justin's very much aware of that, I would think.
Justin's aware of everything.
Working from the middle of the rubber. He sets, holds a glove at the belt, checks Bruce at second. The 2-2, swinging a foul out of play. So both Johnson and Nimmo have now extended their at-bats by fouling off 2 strike pitches. Justin had a 7-pitch first inning. 8-game win streak ended yesterday for the Tigers by Chicago. good news after the game was that Jordan Zimmerman.
That's right.
Yeah. It was actually good news today that
right.
the MRI was negative. There was nothing structurally wrong. He had a lat muscle that was tight, and that was all.
That's right. That was good news.
Here's the 2-2. Swing and a miss. He got him with a fastball. Powered him in 96.
Boy, that hop inside part of the plate with that late movement overpowered him. See, when you get Justin mad, he can do things that not many other pitchers can do.
Wow, Jim.
The command in the field that he has it just stands out. You know, he might be one of the best all-around complete pitchers in the history of the game. I mean, with his arsenal.
It's back to ace level stuff. It's as good. This 16-game stretch is good as his Cy Young Award-winning games.
Absolutely.
Because of the dominance that we're seeing. Lefties, righties, below 200, both. No power. Well, Justin has to go through the signs again. He steps off. Rene Rivera at the plate. 1-0 Tigers are in the second inning. 2 singles to start the inning. Now 2 strikeouts. Wow. Swing and a miss. Curveball gets away from McCann. And the runners will advance to second and third. That was a big bender.
Sure was. That was a yellow hammer. That should be a pass ball.
It is.
Now their little conversation now. He was looking for another pitch. So somebody was crossed up. He was set up and in, and he was looking for it. Then all of a sudden he had to reach down. I mean, just for him to touch it a little bit, it's a heck of a move now.
He went out, so it has to be Justin's fault.
Yeah, don't tell him that we said that.
I'll just tell him a wise catcher taught me that a long time ago.
That's right.
He might correct us on that.
That's right.
Strike one on Rivera's hitting .225. There's a little bit of pop in this bat. But he's been a reserve for Tampa and San Diego in recent years. Started his career with Seattle. He and Darno kind of splitting the catching duties. Rivera catches Syndergaard. Strike one pitch. A little off the fastball. Sailed up and in. 1 ball, 1 strike. 1-0 Tigers. 2 in scoring position. Remember his last start. The runners at second and third in the first inning against Justin. And that was it, basically, until the 9th.
That's right.
He allowed 1 base runner after straining those 2 runners at second and third in the first inning. 1 base runner the next 7 innings against Houston.
He buried them.
Before giving up 2 scratch runs in the 9th.
That's right.
Which only set up the dramatics in the bottom of the 9th. There's a fastball strike. Boy, he's precise with his fastball command.
That was a swing back 94-mile-an-hour heater. Swing back, I mean, if you're a right-handed hitter, you think it's off the plate, but then it kind of moves in. That's that late movement that we love to talk about.
Justin continues to work from the stretch, middle of the rubber, with the runners at second and third. Glove on the left hip, ball behind the back as he gets the sign from McCann. Low 1-2. Swinging a fly ball, right field. Going back, J.D. He'll stop, turn, make the catch. Route number 3.
Got away with the kind of a hanging breaking ball.
Didn't hit it especially hard. J.D. makes the grab, and Justin strains 2. Tigers batted. J.D. hitting .292 with 13 home runs. First pitch is a changeup.
A beauty.
At 81.
You know, if you're J.D., that's the last thing you're looking for at the first pitch.
Now the strike one. In
the
dirt with a 96-mile-an-hour fastball, and J.D. took a half cut.
That was a cricket swing.
And
J.D.
falls behind 0-2.
Man.
Get one up in the air tonight, it's going to go to left field. The problem is getting one up in the air against Noah Syndergaard. The 0-2. Swinging a foul in and out of the glove of the catcher Rivera. Syndergaard stands way over on the first base side of the rubber. Like many of the game's very best pitchers, it's a very compact. It's almost like he's working from the stretch. Yep. It's a quick step back, maybe 6 inches with the left foot, and then the turn and drive to home plate. The 0-2, swinging a shot fouled on the third base line.
You know, I recommend that for kids because it keeps your mechanics simple. Like, for instance, Justin, he has a bigger windup, but you'll see that he almost hesitates. The idea is to stay on top of that slab, get everything together. That's why I say his mechanics are so repeatable and so good. He's basically doing the same thing without a bigger windup.
Still 0-2 on J.D. The pitch. Fastball, 98, low and away. Fifth pitch of the at-bat. is ball one on JD. Right-handed batter against the right. The 1-2. Swinging a pop-up down the left field line. Shortstop Reynolds will call off the third baseman Johnson and make the catch in foul territory. 1 up, 1 down in the second inning. Tigers with a 1-0 lead.
Yeah, that was a good off-speed pitch. Starts to mix those in there a little bit. He'll get tougher.
Second inning is our Bell Tire Blast zone inning. Our contestant tonight is Rose Gyroke from Trenton.
Nice area.
Hope I got that name right. Rose, Gyroke. Rose, if a Tiger batter hits that Bell Tire Blast Zone sign beyond the wall and right at any time today, you'll win some great prizes from Bell Tire. Castellanos at the plate. He swings and taps one foul. So there, Jim, you see a 97-mile-an-hour sinking fastball. Yep. There's nothing you can do with that.
No,
pitch.
There's nothing. And, you know, that's when I looked at what he throws, and I thought, a sinker? Why is he throwing a sinker? But it's a dandy. I mean, you know, it's
unhittable. That's why
it's unhittable. I mean, geez, oh man.
Here's the strike one. Swing and a miss. So it follows the 97-mile-an-hour sinker up with an 88-mile-an-hour changeup down.
And of course, Nick missed it.
Tigers scratched out a run in the first. Kinsler singled, stole 2 bases, and then came home on a grounder. Stays with the changeup and misses down and in.
So Dan, 88 in the changeup, 98 with the that's great separation. It's just unusual.
Sure is. And the occasional curveball in the low 80s, and that's about it. Doesn't throw it very often, doesn't look like.
No.
The 1-2. Swing and a miss.
Oof.
Overpowered him with a 98-mile-an-hour fastball. First strikeout for Noah Syndergaard.
And you know, he's 6'5", so he's like Justin. He has that high arm angle, throwing down to the hitter, which makes it tougher. It's not on level plane.
He gets more swings and misses than just about anybody. Talking about starting pitchers, nobody has a better average fastball than Noah Syndergaard.
Yeah, that's ridiculous.
Debuted at 22 last year. And all he did in 24 starts is put together a 3.20 ERA. And again, it was low walks, high strikeouts, 2 walks per 9, 10 strikeouts. And he's improved in both areas just a little bit, which makes him all the tougher to hit this year. Upton takes ball 1. Sun breaking out beneath the clouds. Some blue sky above, but the clouds are blocking the sun at the start. There's a swing and a soft tap fouled on the third base line, but the sun is off the playing field except for a little sliver in left center off the batter's eye and straightaway center.
Yeah, with both pitchers 6'5", that helps them, you know, with the glare off center field. Of course, they're pitching in Old Tiger Stadium. They would come out of the upper deck seats or benches. There were benches, right?
Yep.
I was never out there. You were, though.
The 1-1. Grew up out there.
Right.
It's a strike on the outside corner. $150 was the best deal in town for a long time. Then it went all the way up to $450.
It did? How rude. Classic ballpark.
You're just up there battling against this guy.
That's all you're doing.
Man, this is impressive stuff. The 1-2. Swinging a foul out of play. 99 with a fastball, so he pounds you down in the strike zone with a sinker at 96, 97, even 98, and then up in the strike zone with a 4-seam fastball, 98, 99, and sometimes triple digits. 23 years old. It's incredible that Toronto was willing to part with this young man.
That's incredible.
Here's the 1-2. Whoa. Up and in, originally drafted by Toronto out of high school in Texas. He was 19 when they traded him away. The circumstances were they were thinking they were in contention. It was the offseason, but they did trade him away when he was putting up great numbers in the minor leagues.
Somebody had to lose their job over that one.
For a knuckleballer, R.A. Dickey. Swing and a miss. Upton just waved at the slider down and away. Back-to-back strikeouts to end the second inning. We head to the third. 1-0 Tigers on the Detroit Tigers Radio Network.
I'm attorney Sam Bernstein at the Sam Bernstein Law Firm. There are over $1 billion.
Out of first, a season high 9 games above the 500 mark. Everybody excited. They're getting rolling. They were relatively healthy at the time. The Nationals took the next 3. The injuries started to mount as Reynolds takes a strike. And the Mets have gone 9-14 since to fall 8 games out of first in the East. They got the pitching to stay in the race. Do they have enough with the bats? That will be the big question.
I don't see how they could, really.
Reynolds takes a pitch outside.
There's just too many guys that shouldn't be there.
Matt Harvey, of course, has been lost from the rotation, but the rotation is still with Syndergaard, DeGrom, Matz, and Cologne very good. Swinging a foul to the screen. 1-2 on another youngster, Matt Reynolds at the plate for the Mets. Second-round pick 4 years ago.
Facing Justin Verlander, who used to, he probably asked for his autograph.
He's provided a little bit of extra base power in his 55 at-bats. But again, here's another rookie.
Right.
With just a few major league at-bats. There's a curveball low and outside. 2 balls, 2 strikes. That's why you like this matchup. You like the matchup of Justin against just about anybody right now.
Right. But
against a team that's struggling to score runs especially.
Yeah, he should really, bury this team. Even though the middle of that lineup's not bad with Bruce now.
No, Bruce certainly changes the middle of the order and how it looks. The 2-2. Got him with a changeup.
A hanger. Oh, man.
Above the belt, and he got the call. Third strikeout for Justin.
Get a hanger. They don't swing at it much anymore. All right, the Mets will be here through Sunday, and as you know, that'll be Kids Day. All kiddies 14 under get a Miguel Cabrera Miggy Bank. I love that. Brought to you by Comerica Bank. Visit Tigers.com or call 866-66-TIGER. Find out about tickets. The old Miggy Bank. Miggy has some banks, too, Not the small kind.
Curtis Granderson at the plate. He takes fastball strike. Ooh, that's off the plate away.
Good call. What the heck?
Mets team that doesn't draw a lot of walks, and they will swing and miss. Top 5 for most strikeouts in the National League. 3 infielders on the right side. Kinsler in between Iglesias and Cabrera. With Castellanos alone infielder on the left side against Curtis. Swinging to miss. There is the slider, which he really didn't throw much the first time through the order. And it's eating up lefties, and it just ate up Curtis Granderson.
That was a perfect slider to a left-handed hitter. That's what you try to do. There aren't many that can do that, though.
Now the 0-2, swinging a line drive, fouled on the first base line. How about that? He followed it up with a fastball. Justin's not happy. Granderson was all over it.
Right.
Justin not happy.
He should know better. Yeah, you should know better.
But it's just a long foul. So no balls, 2 strikes on Curtis. Curtis will swing and miss, but he's actually trimmed his strikeouts. He doesn't have a big strikeout rate for a power hitter. Kind of interesting he's still in the leadoff spot, Jim, given the need for maybe power lower in the lineup.
Right, I agree. Absolutely.
Here's the 0-2, swinging a ground ball foul. Curtis has hit 17 home runs, nice power numbers, and he's driven in 30 runs.
Not many folks get on base there with the Mets. That's the problem.
So you'd think you'd take advantage of that and maybe hit him a little lower. I know he's always been right up here at the leadoff spot, but you'd think injuries might force your hand sometimes.
Yeah.
Here's the 0-2. Fastball up and in.
Oh, boy, that had good hop to it. Man.
Curtis will make you throw him a strike. He draws a lot of walks. Hard to believe Curtis Granderson is 35 years old. It doesn't look any different. It
looks like he's 25.
It just looks the same. And he's still a solid major league hitter. The 1-2. Check swing. Did he go? Yes, he did. Another changeup above the belt.
And another cricket swing. Love it.
4th strikeout for Justin. 2 up, 2 down here in the third. 1-0 Tigers on top.
He's got all of it working. And we saw one of the best sliders you will ever see.
Third inning today is brought to you by Sunoco and the Sunoco Free Fuel 5000. Sunoco, proud to fuel the Detroit Tigers. Today's game brought to you in part by ABC Warehouse, the closest thing to wholesale. That brings up Alejandro Diaza. He takes a fastball a little bit low and outside. Justin backing off the fastball just a little bit.
When Justin misses, he never misses by a lot. For a power pitcher to have the feel and the command that he has it's tremendous, of course.
Diaz is now 32 years old. He was a late bloomer. There's a swing and a foul to the screen.
Pain in the neck when he was with the White Sox against the Tigers.
He was 28 years old when he really had his first full successful season in the major leagues, and now he's been really bouncing around. What he needs is to be traded, because whenever he gets traded, twice now in the last 2 years, he's gone from being a poor hitter to a very good hitter.
That's right. For a while, right?
For a while. There's a swing and a foul out of play, and right now, no production as a reserve outfielder. Let's pause right now for station identification on the Detroit Tigers Radio Network. Dion's a left-handed batter hitting .206. Very little power in his 130-plus at-bats. Waiting on Justin, asks and gets time from the home plate umpire, Ryan Blackney.
Boy, the only a few hitters this day and age choke up on the bat, and he's one of them.
The 1-2. Oh. Swing and a miss. Just a devastating slider down and in.
My goodness gracious. Whew.
Fifth strikeout for Justin. He strikes out the side in the third. We head to the bottom of the third, 1-0 Detroit. This is the home of Detroit Tigers baseball.
It's the Ford Freedom Sales Event. This is our biggest event of the year.
Right, that was a great rally, wasn't it?
McCann at the plate. First pitch, fastball low and outside.
Backed off at 96.
Fastball just misses. You can see Rivera bring that pitch back up into the strike zone, but Ryan Blackney, the home plate umpire, wasn't buying.
What a take by James. Ooh.
The 2-0. Fastball low and outside. These are all just off the plate. That was a little further off the plate away. And now 3-0 on McCann, who does not walk much. And again, this is a pitcher who will not walk you. So there's a pretty good chance Syndergaard will get back into this at-bat. The 3-0. Fastball strike on the inside corner, 3-1.
Hear the glove popping. You understand why.
Really one of the big question marks for the Mets rotation, because it was so young and there was always you're keeping a watchful eye on innings.
Right.
That was probably the biggest concern with the Mets this year. There's a foul past the screen. Of course, Harvey had logged more innings last year by a guy following Tommy John surgery than any other pitcher, and his arm issue I don't think was related to that, but he did have a heavy workload, and he's done for the year with thoracic outlet syndrome.
That's so too bad too, boy.
But you've got DeGrom and Syndergaard and Matz, and you're kind of watching all of them.
Yeah.
And here's a young man, Syndergaard, who logged quite a few innings last year, regular season and post. The 3-2, swinging a ground ball foul. But what the Tigers talk about, and I think what more and more teams are doing, is just you're going pitcher by pitcher. In terms of
everybody's different.
Now, he logged quite a few innings. It was a big increase from the year before last year with the postseason, well over 200. But, yeah, they'd probably like to limit his innings if possible. But the frame of the pitcher, the stressful innings,
right.
He doesn't have a lot of stressful innings.
No.
All of it adds into the equation about, and he's not on any kind of cap this year, but for a young pitcher, what the cap might be. Swing and a miss, fastball away, gets McCann. Boy, that's impressive.
What,
behind
you know what?
3-0, and then he just blew a fastball by.
He just said, "Why am I doing that? You know, I just want to throw it over the plate."
Toronto's battling that right now with Aaron Sanchez. I saw that there's been a big debate in Toronto, and it's an important debate.
Sure is, for the career of the pitcher.
So it's balancing the Toronto Blue Jays as they battle Baltimore in the East. Their best pitcher is Aaron Sanchez. Jose Iglesias at the plate. He takes a strike. Aaron Sanchez threw 102 innings last year, minor leagues and major leagues combined. He's already at 140 this year, and they are very concerned about where they are headed with Aaron Sanchez. Here's the strike one. Swinging a ground ball and a high chop off from home plate. Backing up the play at Syndergaard. He'll throw to first. That's a good play. And a good grab by Loney.
Yeah, Loney was praying that he didn't throw it 100 miles an hour.
And Loney was heading into the dugout, but there's still a little more work to be done.
That's right. All right, gang, deposits are now being taken for the postseason Luxury Suite packages. All of them include a credit to be used towards the 2017 Suite package. Call 313-471-2222 to find out more.
So the decision for the Blue Jays, keep Aaron Sanchez in the rotation, go with a six-man rotation, but that's going to be a topic for Toronto.
But who was it that handled it right last year that we talked about? Trying to remember.
Well, the one I remember is Chris Medlin the same year that Steven Strasburg was being shut down. He had been brought along after Tommy John in relief and then moved into the rotation and was able to finish the year strong.
That's right, yeah.
That's the one I remember, the year that, again, Strasburg was shut down when Nationals were heading to the postseason and did make the postseason. There's a ground ball foul, quickly 0-2.
There's a plan. There's a way to do it.
And the Tigers have a plan for Michael Fulmer. They have a very specific plan. They're going to manage his innings. They know where they're going to cap it roughly. But it's always you're watching a young arm and just making sure.
Yep. Watching a golden arm.
The 0-2. Swinging a shot into right center field. A base hit past a diving Walker. Quickly over to grab it is Bruce. And Ian Kinsler is 2 for 2 with 2 line drive singles, and that was on an 0-2.
And a 99-mile-an-hour fastball.
How about that?
I saw Syndergaard shaking his head out there. And because that's where he wanted it, at 99. But every night, Ian, he does the job again. Quick bat.
Comerica customers get VIP benefits at Tigers home games this year. To find out how, go to Comerica.com/yourpark. Instant replay brought to you every game by the Sam Bernstein Law Firm. When you need the right call made, it's 1-800-CALL-SAM. Collins at the plate. Kinsler was taking that walking, about to be running lead, and he instead draws the throw from Syndergaard. He singled, stole second, stole third, and scored on a bounce out. He'll be going again here if he gets the chance.
Right.
Loney holding with him. Left side of the infield shifts to the right on Collins. Ian again edging off.
What do you think Loney's thinking about? Don't give me that late movement stuff over here.
Breeze continues to blow out to left. Strong wind blowing out to left on an 84-degree night. Glad to have you along. First to 3, Tigers and Mets. There's a swing, a line drive to left, but he hit it too hard. Right to the left fielder, Nimmo.
Another good swing by Collins, huh?
He's had 2 good swings tonight. Doesn't have anything to show for it. Single and no more. Go to the 4th inning in Detroit. Said he's still the horse that leads this rotation. Walker takes a strike. All 4 pitches are working again, Jim. He hasn't used the changeup a ton lately, but he's used it twice and getting strikeouts tonight.
With all of the slider, the curveball, and of course the fastball with different speeds, different movements.
Hard to remember that he actually started the year with a different slider and then midstream changed his slider dramatically.
It's just the grip. You know, you can do a lot of things with your grip and, you know, the feel, how you hold in your hand out towards your fingers or back in your hand a little bit more to take speed off of it.
Strike 1, swing and a miss. There's a change.
Speaking of the change, see that?
Whoa. Neil Walker just waved. Had a changeup down and away. Walker, switch hitter, batting lefty. He is better as a right-handed batter this year. You'll see it with switch hitters. They'll be better from one side or the other, and it can alternate year to year. There's a changeup outside again. It's the rare guy like Victor Martinez who's good from both sides, like he is this year. And really, most years, Victor is quite good from both sides of the plate.
Right. It's quite an advantage to be a switch hitter.
Left side of the infield shifts to the right. The outfield straight up on Walker. There's the slider down and in. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Heart of the order, Walker, Bruce, and Loney. James Loney, another guy who's been around the league.
Released by Tampa.
Yeah. You know, he'll hit 280, 290. Not much power.
No.
Justin drops a hand, slides the foot to the middle of the rubber into his motion. Swing and a tap foul. Oh, is that a good pitch?
He was lucky to get a little piece of it. He knows it.
Just got a piece of a sharp slider. So for a lefty, that pitch starts generally, Jim, kind of middle of the plate, inner half, and then just darts under their hands.
Right. That's how you draw it up in the old board before the game. Here's what I want to do with this slider, McCann. You better be ready for it.
Glacier shading way up the middle. The breeze continues to blow out to left. A little cooler air blowing into southeast Michigan as the temperature falls toward the low 80s. Of course, that might also be the air conditioning in the booth.
Yes.
Here's the 2-2. Oh, he got him.
Oh, man.
Throws him with a curveball. 4 straight strikeouts for Justin. And now he has struck out 6 of the last 7 batters.
That's another Yellowhammer. I'll tell you what, it is something. His arsenal again tonight is outstanding. That's why I called the Yellowhammer one straight down. It's almost getting as good as getting an Ackett's pie, which we all love. Everybody in this booth loves them.
Jim Walker's look at that pitch coming in, and he knows it's probably going to be a strike, and he knows there is nothing he can do about it.
No, absolutely not.
Jay Bruce at the plate. He takes a curveball. Whoa.
Called that a strike? Good call.
Called strike on the outside part of the outside corner.
I think Bruce was asking him, are you sure?
Fourth inning brought to you by Michigan's first family of law. It's 1-800-CALL-SAM. Today's game brought to you in part by Blue Cross Blue Shield of Michigan, the official health care provider of the Detroit Tigers radio network. 3 infielders on the right side. Castellanos in the overshift. Line drive down the right field line, but he hooked it into the seats. 1 hop off the dirt track into the seats. 0-2 on Jay Bruce.
Broke his bat at the same time.
Bruce had a couple of off years the last 2 years with Cincinnati. When he was in his early 20s into his mid-20s, he was a force. Not quite the force that Joey Votto was, but a 25 to 30 home run threat. Had a couple of off years, and this year he has bounced back in a big way, putting up some of his best power numbers of his career.
But could not wait to get out of Cincinnati, you would think. Nothing against that great city, but that's a team that's got a lot of problems.
You play a lot of long games with that pitching staff. Lots of walks, lots of hits allowed, lots of home runs. Bad combination for the guys standing out in the field.
Yeah, they get worn out just standing out there.
The 0-2. Fastball at 95, misses low and in. Tigers trying to get back on the winning track. 8-game win streak, longest in a couple of seasons. Ended yesterday by the White Sox. And you would think an opportunity, even with the good pitching they're going to see against the Mets this weekend.
Yeah, but it is an opportunity because they are so short-handed.
Now the windup, the 1-2. Fastball powers him in. Bruce backs away. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
So much fun to watch Justin pitch with his array of pitches. And we never get tired of watching him at all.
Bruce doing heavy damage against righties this year especially. Takes a fastball low. Justin pitching to him carefully. Bruce has never really developed a lot of plate discipline, and it's actually gone the wrong direction in recent years. He's a low walk, fairly high strikeout guy. Not a ton of strikeouts for a power hitter, but doesn't draw many walks. If this pitch is close, he'll be swinging. Long look in for Justin. Now time call.
Yeah, it's Justin knows what he wants. You know the game plan. You know different pitches against certain hitters, but sometimes it changes out there. How the pitcher feels, what hitters at bat, how's he swinging the bat.
Now the 3-2. He
Wow.
did walk him. Fastball not close. A 1-out walk to Bruce in a 1-0 game. We're in the top of the 4th inning.
All right, calling all University of Michigan alumni, students, and fans get a Tigers hat and Wolverine colors. That'd be pretty neat. The Red Sox will be here the August 19th. The special ticket and hat package is available exclusively at tigers.com/U-M. University of Michigan.
Boston's on that long 11-game, 3-city, all on the West Coast road trip right now. It's been a tough trip for them so far.
Man, that's a. I don't care how good you are, it's hard to win out there.
Hard-earned split of 4 games with both the Angels and Seattle, and now one more series back to L.A. 4-4 right now on the 11-game road trip. James Loney at the plate. He swings and drives into center, hit hard, but right to Tyler Collins. He backed up 1 step, made the catch.
Power.
Loney squared it up.
Yeah, but power is not in that bat. You notice how that ball died? Big guy never had much power.
Most power he ever showed Jim was his very first year
Isn't that something?
with the Dodgers. It wasn't big power, but it was the best power that he had shown in his entire career.
That is very strange. Because he is a big guy, got a nice swing, but it's kind of a Joe Mauer swing.
It's hard to keep a first baseman who hits 280. That's nice, but doesn't walk a lot and hits with no power. And he's just average defensively now. He was very good early in his career.
And, of course, though, for the Mets, they don't have any choice.
Bruce draws a throw. He'll steal the base if you don't pay attention, but nobody's stealing on Justin.
Or James.
Nobody's stealing on James. 1-0 Tigers are in the top of the fourth. Another flip over to first.
Dan Worthing, pitch coach, says, did you see that?
Hey, Noah threw over a couple times. Slowed down Kinsler. Castellanos back to third. Well off the line. Iglesias shades up the middle. Another lefty at the plate, Kelly Johnson. And again, a throw to first. That's 3 throws over. Johnson's a .250 career hitter. Very modest power numbers. Started with Atlanta and well traveled in recent years. Swings and drives under right. This is deep in trouble. And this ball is gone, a home run.
Yikes.
Kelly Johnson with a line drive home run to right, his 6th home run of the year. And just like that, the Mets take a 2-1 lead in the fourth.
Breaking ball, hit out of here. Now, he was put in the lineup because he was 0 for 14, if I remember right. But Terry Collins just thought, I'm going to take a chance on him, and maybe he's due to hit one. Well, guess what, Terry? You were right.
Hunch pays off.
Hit the hanging breaking ball. That was more of a tumbler.
Think how rarely, Jim, left-handed batters swing at that pitch, the first pitch curveball.
That's right. Boy. So we went over to Syndergaard and says, there you go.
Walk and a home run with 2 outs. 2-1 Mets. Brandon Nimmo at the plate. Lefty takes a fastball up and away. Justin had retired 6 of 7 on strikeouts going back to the 2nd inning. Then the walk to Bruce, the loney line out, the Johnson home run. Swinging a soft tapper to the right of the mound. Justin will grab it, run toward first, a little underhand flip to Miguel. Nimmo is out, and so are the Mets. They take the lead on the Johnson home run. We go to the bottom of the fourth, 2-1 Mets. This is the home of Detroit Tigers baseball.
Wondering if a
Children's Miracle Network and Buff Whalen Chevrolet, where deals truly make a difference every day. 2-1 Mets playing in Detroit for the first time since 2011. As we go to the bottom of the fourth inning, heart of the order, Cabrera, Martinez, and Martinez against the young man they call Thor, Noah Syndergaard, and he delivers a fastball at
That's
95 for a strike.
Perfect name to call him. I've seen that. Has that big hammer.
Not too popular in New York, you wouldn't think.
Oh, man.
The strike one. Swing a long drive and foul down the right field line. Miguel hit it a long way and just kept slicing well foul. Deep down the right field line. No balls and 2 strikes. Miguel 15 for his last 35 now with the 0 for 1 tonight.
Oh, the big man.
6 home runs, 14 RBIs in that time. The 0-2. Curveball in the dirt. Miguel
picks the ball up for the catcher.
No walks, 3 strikeouts for Syndergaard. Gets more swings and misses than any starting pitcher in baseball. It's the complete package. Got a feel for pitching, and he's 23. Low 1-2. Swing the line drive down the left field line. It's a base hit. Over and in to grab it is Nimmo. Miguel will turn and hold with a leadoff single here in the fourth.
There you go again. Swinging to the bat speed. Fastball, fouled off to the right, change up. He pulls for a base hit. Not that he doesn't have great bat speed, but if you're throwing 100 miles an hour, why would you go to 88?
Leadoff man on. That brings up Victor Martinez. Really, for most pitchers, it's all about the counts before 2 strikes, but especially with someone like Noah Syndergaard. He's so devastating in 2-strike counts that with special emphasis, it is certainly about all the counts before the 2-strike counts against Syndergaard. First pitch to Victor, off the plate, away. In all the counts before 2 strikes, opponents have hit almost 370 with power. In 2-strike counts, and this is by far the majority of counts for Syndergaard, 148 with no power.
Well, that makes sense.
And that covers 270 at bats. There's a swing and a fly ball, right field, off the bat of Victor Martinez, gone! He crushed Crushed it halfway up the grandstands in right. 3-2 Tigers.
Hanging breaking ball, he was all over it. I heard his eyeballs click on that baby. That had to be 20, 25 rows up in the right field seats. Big home run to party pop for over 100 years. Hanging changeup, just to his liking.
Tigers answer the 2-run home run from Johnson with a 2-run home run of their own. Just 2 batters later to take the lead 3-2. Number 19 for Victor. RBIs 63 and 64. There's a swing and a miss. Jim, let's talk about what the addition of J.D. Martinez does to this lineup.
Oh, it's fantastic. You know, the way he came back, first 2 pitches he saw a home run and double, but the power he has to all fields, you know, just to have him back is like a major trade.
There's a swing and a foul, and we talk about lengthening the lineup, and now you look at Castellanos hitting 6th. Justin Upton, who's coming off his best month as a Tiger, solid numbers in July, is now 7th.
Yeah, you got to get James going. Iglesias has been doing a good job. You know, even used him in the 2nd spot. So it's just got to get James going.
The 0-2 to JD, swinging a drive to deep right center field. That ball is off the wall. Fielded perfectly on one hop by Bruce. Heading to second, JD. Throw! Not in time. Perfect throw from Jay Bruce. JD pushing it. According to the third base umpire, went over to make the call, Todd Titchener. He got in just ahead of the tag.
Well, from the eyeballs, and that's how I watched that play, it looked to me like he got in, and the shortstop did not get over in front of the bag enough. He was behind the bag, and that way that gave JD a chance to get the foot in before he made the tag. You got to straddle that bag up towards first base more. He was almost behind the bag. Well, he might have slid off that bag.
I'm waiting for the Mets to see if they're going to challenge, but no.
They're not challenging that. Wow.
Reynolds immediately motioned the dugout like challenge.
Yeah.
And I thought because of what you just said, they would.
Yeah.
There's a breaking ball in the dirt. That's a good block by Rivera because he definitely, his foot hit the bag before the tag applied. But as you said, he slid over the bag.
That's right.
The tag was still being applied by Reynolds.
Right.
So, no review. How about JD, Jim? Whoa.
Well, you just, welcome back. I talked to him yesterday, and I went, JD, wow. I want to just say wow.
Can we just say this to you?
That's all we want to say, wow.
Castellanos waiting on the 1-0. Swing and a miss. That's a heck of a changeup. Geared up for the fastball. A little out ahead of that changeup. 1 ball, 1 strike on Nick. So we talked about how it's all about the counts before 2 strikes. Well, 3 of the Tigers' 4 hits have been, or now 5 hits, 4 of the 5 have been on 2 strike counts. Go figure.
Right. Yeah, that's hard to figure. Believe me, with this arm.
Here's the 1-1. Low and outside.
And again, here's a kid that is dynamite. But, with those 3 straight hits, what do you think's going through his mind?
A little bit of doubt.
We haven't faced this type of lineup before.
It's impressive what the Tigers have done against some of the very best power arms.
Yeah, they're good against them. Now, some of the guys that are soft tossers, that's different.
Starting with Jose Fernandez, that first series of the year is game 2. The 2-1. Swing and a miss. He goes down again with a changeup. 2 balls and 2 strikes. They don't always beat up the hard throwers, but usually you see quality at bats.
They're on it.
And good swings throughout the course of a game.
Good fastball hitting team.
JD's in scoring position. 3-2 Tigers are in the bottom of the 4th inning. Nobody out. Nick struck out swinging his first time up. Again, not a comfortable feeling being in a 2-strike count. The 2-2. Breaking ball in the dirt. Another good block by Rivera.
Yeah. You anticipate that, and quick feet does it. Yeah, to me, it's amazing that J.D., missing all that time, didn't have that many at-bats for rehab work.
Not really, Jim. I mean,
it's just amazing. It really is.
And the funny thing was, at the time he went on the DL, he was still looking for that home run swing.
Yeah, that's right.
He said, I'm driving the ball doubles, but he said, I need to get a little more loft.
Yeah, so the first pitch he sees, he hits it 9 miles.
Boy, he's on it too, isn't he?
Oh, man.
Nick waiting on the 3-2. On the way. Check swing, tap foul. That changeup's got a lot of movement, either down or down and in.
But he's throwing a lot of them this inning. You know, it will not be, the more you throw, the less effective it comes.
Tigers pushing that pitch count up, and you would think that Terry Collins is keeping a close eye on it because Syndergaard's thrown a ton of pitches his last 2 starts. The most he's thrown in back-to-back starts all year. 6 inning starts in 118 pitches. 3-2. Swinging a soft ground ball foul, and that's a lot of pitches. They don't generally let him go that deep, and you would think, Jim, they would not allow it a 3rd consecutive start.
I would agree, and he's had a lot of pressure pitches in this ballgame. And that's tougher than just the ordinary pitches.
Good long at-bats in the 1st inning for Kinsler and Cabrera. 2nd inning, J.D. and Upton had long at-bats. McCann in the 3rd, and now Castellanos will see at least 8 pitches in this at-bat. Here in the 4th, there's nobody out, and the pitch count about to hit 65 for Syndergaard. Juan Rivera to go through the signs again. Nick waiting. Syndergaard sets, holds the glove just above the belt when he sets. The 3-2. Swinging a fly ball deep down the right field line, slicing foul, not home run distance.
They're on that fastball.
Really are, Jim.
Again, and this team impresses everybody with their swings against fastball pitchers.
Today's game brought to you in part by Parkway Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram. Just show up, sign up, and ride. Levy Tigers triple this season. Powell Miller donates $300 to U of D Jesuit High School. Powell Miller in the Miller Law Firm. Lawyers who support the community. The set. The 9th pitch of the at-bat. Swinging a foul.
Wow.
What a battle.
Yeah, man, this is great.
He powered him in at 98. The velocity stays pretty firm.
It's amazing, really is. You know, I've never seen an arm like this. I don't think baseball's ever seen an arm like this. At his age, what he can do.
The command, Jim.
Amazing.
Walk rate below 2. There are just a handful of starters every year who are below 2. And here's a 23-year-old, both years in the major leagues. He's been below 2 walks per 9 innings. The 3-2. Low and outside.
Wow.
What an at-bat for Nick. 10th pitch of the at-bat is ball 4.
Fantastic. Dan, where the pitching coach got it ready. Yeah, he's going out now.
Single, home run, double, walk. The first 4 batters here in the 4th, and this is what we were talking about, lengthening this lineup, Jim.
Yeah.
The heart of the order now looking deeper and better with the return of J.D. Martinez. They did well for a while without him, but at a certain point he kind of caught up to this lineup that he was missing.
Catch up. And, you know, Syndergaard's thinking out there. He wasn't thinking out there before, but when the swings against him now, as good as he is, as young as he is, believe me, that's bouncing around up there in his head.
Now J.D. Martinez at 2nd, Castellanos at 1st, and Justin Upton at the plate.
That's a golden arm. In this inning, the Tigers act like it's not a golden arm.
First walk of every game brought to you by Plant Moran. Client service that's unparalleled. Get on base at plantmoran.com. We talked about how Victor and J.D. have been leading this team against power arms this year. Justin Upton has struggled against power pitchers, but we've seen better at-bats of late. Shows bunt, pulls the bat back. He was going to try to drop it down the third base line. I don't think we've seen him try that all year.
No, we haven't.
That would really get Syndergaard off his game.
Well, it sure would.
Low and outside, ball 1 on Upton, putting a seed of doubt in the mind of Kelly Johnson. Nope, he was creeping in. Now he backs up.
Yeah, he doesn't believe it.
He doesn't believe it.
No.
Nobody out, 2 on, 2 runs in. The pitch. Low and outside, but you think of that at-bat that Upton tripled at Fenway against a 101-mile-an-hour fastball from Kelly.
That's right.
You look for those signs at this bat, and it's been, again, a solid couple of months. But he can be hotter than this.
Yeah,
he absolutely can be.
We see the good, but then some of the bad things creep back in.
Syndergaard sets the 2-0. Swinging a foul. Off-speed pitch away.
Breaking ball, little hanger there.
Outfield deep all around. You will run on these arms. Bruce's arm is fairly accurate, as we just saw, but Nimmo's arm in left is average. He plays deep. Biaggi will absolutely run on.
Oh, yeah.
And Bruce, again, grading out below average with his throws. Everybody playing deep. Upton waiting on the 2-1. On the way. Swing and a miss. That's just nasty. 98.
That was
sinking fastball.
Oh, jeez. That should be illegal.
McCann waiting on deck. 2-run home run for Victor Martinez. His 19th has given the Tigers a 3-2 lead, and they're trying to add on here in the bottom of the fourth. They're going to see two ace-level pitchers in this series in Syndergaard and DeGrom. The 2-2. Fastball away.
What an
99. Yep. You think of how quickly you have to decide whether to swing. And you're making that decision and saying, no, that pitch is going to be outside.
Yeah, that's
not easy to do.
No, it's not.
At 99.
I'm amazed at some of them, the takes that they do.
3 balls, 2 strikes. Syndergaard sets the 3-2. Swinging a ground ball to second base. This will be 2. Walker to Reynolds. Back to Loney at first for the 4-6-3 double play. J.D. Martinez ends up on third.
Yeah, that's a heck of a pitch there. Easy ground ball.
Every Tigers double this season is a wall-side windows double. You can enter to win a door wall from Wallside at cbsdetroit.com/wallside. 2 outs, man on third. Syndergaard trying to limit the damage after giving up the home run. Now it's up to McCann to continue the inning. Rivera setting up away. First pitch to James. Fastball strike.
Come on, James. Come on, buddy. Get this guy going.
There was a big gap left, right for James last year. Much better against lefties. And it has actually grown in the wrong direction this year, that gap. There's a swinging low pop fly down the right field line. Will it fall? It will, but foul.
Yeah, it did fall.
I guess the law of physics said it would.
Yeah, I even figured that one out.
No balls, 2 strikes. We've talked about it, Jim, but it really does grab your eye that James McCann is hitting 167 in 130 at-bats against righties and with no power.
It does.
He can hit. You're just convinced he can hit righties with this approach. It just isn't clicking right now.
No, it's not. And, he's got 8 home runs, which to me is pretty amazing.
7 of the 8 against lefties.
Yeah, the way he's, swinging the bat.
Numbers against lefties are fine. And if you're that solid against lefties, you should be able to hit righties.
You're a good hitter. That's right.
Here's the 0-2. Swing a line drive. Base hit into right field. There's a good at-bat against the righty. On an 0-2 pitch, McCann singles to right. Martinez in the score. What a big 2-out hit for James McCann. 4-2 Tigers.
99 miles an hour. He read that baby and just stayed right with it. That is a great piece of hitting by James. There you go.
That's got to feel so good for him.
Absolutely. And it was a rocket. He really let the fastball do most of the work. Just hit the good part of the bat on it. Watch it go from James.
Yeah, you could check your swing and the ball could go a long way.
Long way, that's right. Boy, that's a great at-bat.
What a good inning after the New York Mets had just taken the lead on a 2-run home run from Kelly Johnson. The Tigers answer with 3. Iglesias swings, pops it up, foul, and out of play. About 5 rows behind the Mets dugout on the first base side. Iglesias bounced out his first time up. 4-2 Tigers are in the bottom of the 6th inning.
I see a good many Mets fans here.
Well, you could certainly hear them on the Johnson home run, which was a bit of a surprise.
I wonder if it's maybe a family trip. It could be. I don't know. A lot of teams do that.
McCann takes off. Ground ball bounced to first, though, and Loney will make the play unassisted. A good inning for the Tigers.
Boy.
7 men to the plate. The Tigers score 3. 2 on the Victor Martinez home run. We head to the 5th inning. 4-2 Tigers on the Detroit Tigers Radio Network.
Of course you love baseball, but we bet you love to save time.
2-strike count.
Yeah, that's amazing.
And that was 0-2.
It shows you maybe the National League gets away with those.
Rivera swings and misses, waves really at a hard slider away. Strike one. 8-9-1 hitters. When you think of the starts where Justin leaves a game either behind or tied and the Tigers win it.
That's right.
Twice in recent starts.
Yeah, that's right.
Swinging a pop-up. Softly down the right field line. J.D. Martinez in toward the line will make the catch. Medium depth right field. One up and one down. And you get the feeling now that he's been staked to the lead.
Watch out.
He's going to take it and run with it.
Not kidding. Tigers T-shirt Fridays continue on August 19th. The Red Sox will be here. Get a game ticket plus a Justin Verlander emoji T-shirt. Oh, I can't wait to see that when you purchase exclusively at Tigers.com/T-shirt Fridays. Nothing like T-shirt Fridays.
Brings up Matt Reynolds. First pitch, a little off the fastball, and this is up and away. Another youngster filling in at short. Fastball just misses again outside. 2-0 on his right-handed batter.
Struble was doing a pretty good job for them, wasn't he, before he got hurt?
Yeah, he really was. He grades out below average, but he has for a while at short.
Yeah.
But he can hit a little bit. He's a switch hitter.
Right.
That's the thing. They've got switch hitters who are missing.
Yeah, boy.
And that's really going to cost, well, Terry Collins, when he has to fill out a lineup against a lefty like tomorrow, there's a swing and a miss.
When he fills out that lineup, you think he thinks about the other guys that aren't there?
Reyes a switch hitter. Cabrera a switch hitter. Right-handed hitters like Cespedes, Wright, Lagares, all missing.
Cespedes just went on to this deal, didn't he?
Just before this series. Mets and Yankees just played 4 and split the 4 games. There's a swing and a miss. Reynolds tardy on a fastball, and the count evens up. 2 balls, 2 strikes. 5th inning brought to you by the DMC. All-star lineups deserve all-star DMC dots. And today's game brought to you in part by U.S. Park, the official parking provider of the Detroit Tigers radio network. 4-2 Tigers trying to get back on the winning track after their 8-game win streak ended yesterday.
Right. That should be the end of that.
Chance for a special homestand. They're 5-1 on this homestand. It's the longest homestand of the year, and they're catching a Mets team, you would think, at the right time.
No, there's no doubt about it.
With all the injuries. Here's the 2-2. Low and away with the slider. 3-2 on Reynolds.
Again, there's no pity in baseball. No, there is crying. I told you I cried. Al Kaline cried in '67. We lost the last game of the season, missed the playoffs. But there is no pity.
You don't say, gosh, we feel sorry for you guys. We're going to give you a win.
No, that's right. No pity, baby. Take advantage of it.
This young man could draw a walk in the minor leagues, not yet at the major league level. He swings and pops this one up, foul and out of play. Just on top of the Mets dugout. 55 at-bats, just 2 walks.
You're asking for a lot. You know, bring up somebody like that.
Here's a guy, Jim, you think of Nimmo, who had big numbers in the minor leagues. And here's a young man who probably pushed to the major leagues, but he did not have good numbers at AAA. 230, not much power.
Yeah, so, you know, here we are against one of the great pitchers of in this era. It's got to be tough.
25-year-old native of Tulsa, Oklahoma, Matt Reynolds, waiting on the 3-2. On the way. Swinging a foul. Nothing fancy. 7th pitch of the at-bat. He just powered a fastball, and Reynolds fought it off to stay alive. 2 runs, 3 hits for the Mets. Their 2 runs scored on a Kelly Johnson 2-out, 2-run home run last inning. Tigers immediately answered with 3. That'll fire up your pitcher, and you look for Justin to put up the 0, not only here in the 5th, but perhaps the rest of the way.
Right. Let him go.
3-2, swing and a miss. Again, fastball up and in, and Reynolds strikes out, the 7th strikeout for Justin.
Boy, that ball with that late movement out of that keyhole, boy. Just the way he can move that fastball around. That's when Justin became a great pitcher, when he stopped throwing the fastball and started pitching it. That was some time ago, and of course the rest is history.
The 2 great years, 2011, 2012. 2013 got off to a slow start, but remember the postseason, he was dynamite.
Oh, boy.
Finished on a high note. Then the core muscle surgery repair started 2 injury-filled seasons. And then the big finish last year has carried right on into this year. Slow beginning, incredible last 16. There's a fastball high. As good as anybody in baseball. Kershaw, I think you always put in a different group, and of course he's on the DL right now. He was just in a different category.
Yeah, he was from outer space. He was up there, came someplace like where Miguel came from.
There's a changeup for a strike.
What a beauty. Oh, man.
Movement down in the strike zone, back over the plate. Curtis is 0 for 2. A fly to left. He struck out swinging his last time up. But you see a 16-start stretch in with a 260, 2 walks per 9, 10 strikeouts per 9. That's as good as it gets.
Sure is.
The 1-1. Fastball high.
It's just to watch him pitch like we've seen him from day one. It's been something. Watched him grow up.
33, but he's in the, I don't know if he's in the best shape of his career, but he's in great shape.
Great shape. Those legs are very strong.
Oof. A slider in, and Curtis, to his credit, lays off.
The great Nolan Ryan, it was all about legs with Justin Verlander. You look at his legs, I mean, boy, big time.
3 infielders on the right side. Castellanos, the lone infielder, on the left side. It's Kinsler in between Iglesias and Cabrera in the overshift. Outfield straight up on Curtis. Still lots of pop in his left-handed bat. 2 outs, base is empty. The 3-1. Fastball outside. Oh!
My goodness. Wow.
Called strike. Curtis had tossed the bat away, was headed down to first. My
Can't blame
goodness, Jim. That's not just, that's 2 to 3 balls with outside the strike zone.
Yeah, you know, and Curtis saying, you know, Justin doesn't need any help.
Curtis knows the strike zone. He had every right to toss that bat away.
Absolutely.
Instead, more work to be done. The 3-2. Swing and a pop-up. Playable on the infield. Cabrera's coming in some more. Halfway to home in fair territory. Makes the catch on the infield grass.
That's the umpire got that out.
Wow, what a change. From a walk, it would have extended the inning to a pop-out.
Oh, baby.
1-2-3, 5th inning for Justin Zoff. Bottom of the 5th inning. Tigers with a 4-2 lead. Thinking about how that at-bat changed for Curtis Granderson.
Oh, man.
Might not have meant anything, but it would have been a 2-out walk.
That's right.
And the next pitch, he pops out to end the inning. There's a breaking ball strike on the inside corner. Backs up a little bit, but it's called strike 1 on Ian Kinsler. 6 hits for the Tigers. Opponents have hit 148 in all 2-strike counts against Syndergaard this year. And 5 of the 6 hits have been in 2-strike counts, including 3 in 0-2 counts.
Yeah, that's a surprise. I think that tells you how easy he's basically had it, you know, against most other teams.
Kinsler takes another breaking ball for a strike, so he's right where he wants him. He's in an 0-2 count.
Right.
The pitch. Swing and a miss. Not really.
3 of
Hard
those.
slider away.
Yeah.
And Kinsler strikes out to start the bottom of the 5th with the Tigers leading by 2.
3 perfect pitches. Zuber Buick GMC sponsors double plays for charity. What's a Zuber, you might ask? Let me tell you. Take it from me. Lower prices, super vehicles. You can get both of them. Just go to Zuber Buick GMC on Telegraph Road in Taylor. Tell them I sent you. Nice area. Great folks. Say that again. Telegraph Road in Taylor. Got that?
Collins at the plate. Got it. There's a pitch outside. Ball 1 on Tyler Collins. 2 good swings for Tyler. We were impressed with the swings against Jose Quintana yesterday. Lefty on lefty. And Quintana buries lefties.
Okay, he gives you good at-bats.
There's a fastball up and away. Cameron Maben remains day-to-day with a bruised thumb. And it's good to have Tyler Collins on this roster filling in.
The concentration is just terrific at the plate.
Syndergaard, the quick step with the left foot, then into his motion, and he delivers a strike. Fastball still upper 90s. That's 97 on the outside corner for a called strike. 2 line drives to left for Tyler Collins. The breeze that's been blowing out to left dying off a little bit as the sun goes down.
Got tired, huh?
Hasn't really played into this game at all. Here's the 2-1. Swing and a miss. Breaking ball away. 2-2.
You know, his high school days pitching, that must have been something. They had somebody to even catch him.
Can you imagine?
Yeah, my goodness.
Now the 2-2. Swing and a miss. That's just devastating.
Man, did that baby drop off the table.
Off speed, down in the strike zone. 5th strikeout for Syndergaard. He's walked 1, struck out 5 now. That brings up Miguel Cabrera. One roster move the Tigers did make. Kyle Ryan, the victim of the short start yesterday by Jordan Zimmerman.
That's
because
right.
the Tigers bullpen had to work 7 in the 3rd, and Kyle Ryan worked 3 scoreless innings in relief.
And did a good job, and he was sent down.
And he had to be sent to Toledo.
Right.
There's a ground ball and a high chop over the mound. Charging is Reynolds, the shortstop. Bare hands throws, and he got him at first. That's a great play by Reynolds, the shortstop for the Mets.
Yes, sir. Barehanded, and as we told you, the big man's running a lot better nowadays.
He had a long way to go to grab it. Mets are waiting to see if the Tigers will challenge. They will not. We played 5 in Detroit, 4-2 Tigers on the Detroit Tigers Radio Network.
The Ford Freedom Sales Event is on. Our biggest event of the year just got better. Just announced. Get 0% Ford.
2-run lead. First pitch fastball, darting down and away from a lefty. It's a called strike on the outside corner. Pitch counts are brought to you by Sunoco. And the Sunoco Free Fuel 5000. Get the decal, get spotted, and win through 5. Justin's pitch count at 77, and that's a reasonable number through 5.
Yeah, he's absolutely dealing, man. It's all his.
That's the thing about how he's pitching right now. He's going 7 with regularity.
He's an ace.
Limits the damage, gets the lead, and he's going to usually make it stand up. Diaz takes breaking ball strike. That's been a good pitch for him, even though Kelly Johnson did hit it out. Curveball's been a weapon again for Johnson.
That was one of the tumblers. He doesn't throw many of those.
Castellanos straight up at third, just a couple of steps off the line, even the lefty at the plate. Fastball high and tight. Justin has walked 1. That was Bruce ahead of the Johnson home run. He has struck out 7. And this is what we've seen a lot of all season long, but especially this 16-start stretch. First 6 were a little rough. They were uneven. There were some good starts in there. It was just uneven. Last 16, pretty much dominant. The 1-2, swinging a foul out of play.
You know what you're going to get with Justin. And that's why, this team is built to score runs. And if you do get in the playoffs and you lead with Justin Verlander, I mean, that's...
You're still going to feel pretty good, aren't you?
That's exactly right.
A lot of question marks, you remember, coming into the season, just because you could understand why. I think we felt pretty good just because of the way last season had ended.
Right.
Here's the 1-2, swinging a soft tap foul.
What was that?
Swing with an afterthought.
Yikes.
Still 1-2 on Diaz. Let's pause for station identification on the Detroit Tigers Radio Network. Two, 3, 4 hitters here in the 6th inning. The 1-2. Swing and a miss. Oh, is that a good slider? In under the hands of a lefty.
At 90.
It's why lefties have hit 180 with no power the last 16 games. 180.
He is dealing 90 miles an hour slider in a perfect spot.
But, Jim, that was really one of the big question marks about the Tigers and the rotation this year with Justin Verlander.
Right.
What kind of Justin Verlander would it be for the Tigers?
He answered that question.
We saw the last 14 starts of last year, and I think you and I both felt pretty good coming into the season.
Absolutely.
It was a rough start, but you noticed it was still low walks, high strikeouts to begin the year. It was just a few hits were falling, more runs were scoring, but that was a good early sign. The stuff was good.
Right.
And then he got it all together.
Right. He got the opportunity to get in shape the right way. Specific type workout.
Very specific workout, and he really didn't have the chance to do it before the 2013 season. Did for the 2014 season. There's a strike he did for the 2015 season, but then had the lat and tricep issues that really delayed his
that did the job.
Start until almost the middle of the year before he was effective again on the mound. The 1-1, swinging a tap foul. You hope Jordan Zimmerman, after his session on Sunday, he'll throw a bullpen Sunday, will be in shape to make a start Tuesday.
Right.
Because that will be still a big arm to get back. The Tigers have, as a group, been pitching pretty well, but there's a guy who can give you 6 and 7 innings on a regular basis.
He knows how to pitch. That's one of the reasons they picked him up.
And the guys have been filling in tend to go a little shorter than that. Neil Walker at the plate, the 1-2. Swinging a tap foul. Off-speed breaking ball down and in.
I mean, you look at the array of pitches that Justin Verlander has. A power arm with all the pitches and the command, and you're the hitter, you don't want to fall behind the count. I think he's a rare breed. I really do, with his feel for pitching, with that type of arsenal. You know, it's special stuff.
Drops the hands, brings him back up. The 1-2, swinging a tap foul. He's going in with that hard slider right at the hands. And Jim, sometimes it's below the hands and they swing over it. When it's up, it looks more like a cutter, but either way, it's still effective.
It is, absolutely, because of the late movement. It's all about the movement. Early movement, Dan?
Not good.
See, and Justin doesn't know what that means, early movement.
Couple of long at-bats to start the 6th inning. 6 pitches for Diaza. Now this will be the 6th pitch to Walker. He swings and lines it into center field. Like to change up down. He went down and got it. Singles into center field. 4th hit of the night for the Mets.
Sign your child up for the Tigers Kids Glove. Get a Miguel Cabrera jersey backpack. How about that? Hat, much more. Just visit Tigers.com/Kids Club. Sounds like a good idea.
Brings up Jay Bruce, 26 home runs, 83 RBIs, all of that with Cincinnati except for 1 home run with the Mets. First pitch, fastball, strike, swinging a little weak tap foul. Kicks off to the right on deck. Brought to you by Northville Lumber, Michigan's best source for Trex decking and railing. Go to northvillelumber.com. Logan Verrett filling in the rotation, gets the start for the Mets tomorrow. He's not a big power arm, but he's been solid. Matt Boyd has been very good since his recall from Toledo.
I'd like to get another inning out of him than just 5. You know, I'd like to get at least 6.
3 infielders on the right side against Jay Bruce. Castellanos is in between Cabrera and Kinsler, but on the infield dirt, not on the outfield grass with that runner at first. A little flip over to first to drive Jay Bruce back. Each time that he's been on, Justin has thrown over several times. Mets team that does not run. Very few stolen bases. The strike 1. Swing and a miss. Fastball 95 has Bruce spun all the way around in that left-handed batter's box.
Above the belt. They can't catch up to it.
Anibal Sanchez against Jacob deGrom is the matchup on Sunday. If Zimmerman couldn't go on Tuesday, and there's a possibility, even if he feels good Sunday, maybe push him back a day or two.
Be sure.
Daniel Norris would be on track and the likely choice. He made a start down at AAA against Louisville last night, and we're going to hear from Daniel Norris again this year. Jim, 7 innings, no walks, 7 strikeouts, and just 1 run in the start last night.
Well, he has that type of arsenal. He's got a big league arsenal. Just need him to stay healthy.
The 0-2 to Bruce. Low and in, didn't miss by much with the fastball. 1-2, 4-2 Tigers.
And don't
in the top of the 6th.
Norris can hit too. I'll never forget that home run at Wrigley Field. Like
lefty on lefty.
Like it was nothing.
And it was, he hit it a ton.
Center field.
6th inning brought to you by the Jack Demmer Automotive Group. Go in and discover the Demmer difference. The 1-2. Swing and a fly ball. Center field, fairly deep, but going back is Collins, tracking it, and he will make the catch in deep straightaway center. Tagging and stopping wisely on his way to second is Walker. Bruce with the fly ball for out number 2, and that leaves it up to James Loney.
Put the fastball right where he wanted it, above the belt. High fly ball, but that's an out.
Two outs. Loney's 1 for 2. Hit the ball hard twice. Line drive single, line drive out. Providing a little bit of power. He doesn't, as we mentioned, usually hit with any power, but he's hit with more power this year than he has in a long time. But generally, his strength is line drives.
You know, I bet you before they signed, they had to talk to him and say, look, we know you have some power. We need to help us with more power. Base hits are fine, but we'd like you to,
please.
Yeah, just, we think it's in there, but we'll sign you up, but we need some power from you.
Fastball down, and they've needed it. That little extra power that he's hitting with, because Lucas Duda is basically done for the year.
Just amazing, yeah, boy.
first, third, short, left, right.
Is that it?
Those are the regulars who were missing. There's a strike. James Loney, 1 ball,
And
1 strike.
Dan, with missing that many, you just can't keep it up.
You can't.
You really can't. I don't care how good your pitching is. Just can't do it.
You'll always take the pitching, but there has to be at least a certain level
Well, that's
of
right.
offense. And it's going to be tough. Mets have averaged about 3 runs a game going on a month now.
Boy.
Here's the 1-1. Swing and a miss. Loney late on the fastball. 1 ball, 2 strikes. So you stick right with it here, Jimmy?
Remember the
swing like that?
Remember the old theory about don't throw the bat speed?
I mean, he was late. Yankees 7-3 over Cleveland. That game's in the bottom of the 6th
How
inning.
about that? Boy. They're starting pitching. What's happened in Cleveland?
Here's the 1-2. Swinging a foul out of play.
See?
Tonight
Power.
it was Tomlin, Jim. So
Really?
4 of the last 5 starts.
That's amazing.
Tomlin, Carrasco, Bauer, and Salazar have all given up 6 runs or more.
That's hard to believe.
And the start
Really
lasting fewer than 5 innings.
It's hard to believe.
So there's got to be a little concern in Cleveland right now.
Because that's what they talk about, how they can win, that pitching.
With a much improved offense.
Yeah, that's right.
But it's got to be led by the pitching.
No question. If your starters can't do it, forget it.
Still 1-2 on Loney. 4-2 Tigers, man on 2 outs. The 1-2. Swinging a foul. Man.
Wow.
Not easy for a lefty to hook it down the first base line over the visiting dugout, but he did.
That's a lot of power there.
A couple of other scores in the General RV scoreboard from the 1-800-CALL-SAM studios. Toronto 3-1 over Kansas City in the 4th in KC. KC has fallen way back, 6 games under the 500 mark.
They're going to regroup for next year.
11 games out. Baltimore, Toronto tied for the lead in the American League East at the start of play today. The 1-2 again, swing and a tap foul, though. This is what James Loney can do, and there have been now 3 long at-bats here in the 6th inning, pushing Justin's pitch count to 99. So suddenly on track for easily going 7, and now it'll be a
push it a little bit.
Exactly.
So Baltimore is amazing with their pitching, how well they're doing.
Traded for Francisco Liriano. He's starting tonight.
Is he?
3 shutout innings. Nope. I'm sorry. It's Gallardo tonight. There's a pitch up and away.
Yeah, I mean.
Liriano went to Toronto, right?
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, he's on the mound for Toronto tonight. Gallardo's had a tough year. Is on the mound for Baltimore. 4-0 lead over Chicago in the 3rd. 2-2. Well, he needs to get Loney quickly, you would think.
Just burying.
To come back out for the 7th inning. He'll be coming back out if he can get the last out in the next few pitches. But these at-bats have definitely shortened his night. Quick toss over to first again to drive Walker back.
You just got to really good fastball above the belt, get him out.
Loney does not strike out much. He's going to put the ball in play generally. 2-2, swinging a foul, and
there it was.
All he's doing right now is just wasting some pretty good pitches.
And irritating Justin.
That's
not a good thing to do.
Saw Mark Teixeira announce his retirement at the end of the year. End of this year, it's been. He said it's been my dream to play baseball, and it's time to move on to the next phase of his life. I think the injuries have just caught up with Mark Teixeira.
He's had problems, no question. Never had the years they thought he would have, though, with the Yankees.
9th pitch of the at-bat. Swing and another foul out of play.
Yep.
Well, if this keeps up, Justin might not be coming back out for the 7th.
Yeah, because the bullpen just got busy.
Yeah, this could be the end of the night.
Yep.
6 pitches for Diaz, 6 for Walker. Now this will be at least 10 for James Loney, so he can take credit for shortening Justin's night.
Is that Green throwing?
Yep. So guy doesn't swing and miss.
Just irritating.
He's seen it all.
Yeah, he has several times.
Walker edges off from first. 4-2 Tigers are in the sixth. Short, cautious lead. Miguel holding with him. Justin takes a long look in. Loney waiting him out. Lefty against righty. 2-2. Swing and a miss. Late on a fastball.
Perfect pitch.
Ninth strikeout for Justin. It took 10 pitches. But he strikes out Loney to end the sixth. Tigers bat in the bottom of the sixth inning with a 4-2 lead over the Mets. This is the home of Detroit Tigers baseball. Beautiful sight to see the answer right after Kelly Johnson hit the 2-run home run in the top half of that inning.
Yeah, I would say Justin's done.
There's a strike. There was a conversation as he walked by Brad Austin. He didn't really want to make eye contact.
Yes, Justin.
It would make sense, Jim. If he'd gotten Loney out on 2 or 3 pitches, it probably stays in.
Yeah, you could bring him back out anyway.
And Green is still throwing. One of the good indicators. There's a fastball up and in. 1-1 on Victor Martinez. Tigers trying to make it 9 wins in their last 10 and a 6-1 start to this 9-game homestand. Still lots of games here at home. Love to see out here through the month of August as the Tigers continue to apply pressure to the Cleveland Indians.
Who keep losing.
7.5 back for the Tigers. Just a couple of weeks ago, a chance to be 2 back by the end of play today. The Indians are losing 7-3 in New York in the 6th. And having some pitching problems. Swinging a soft tapper foul, and that will kick foul.
And you know, when you have a great pitching rotation, you should never go into a long losing streak, and yet it has happened.
And the Indians hadn't really all year until now.
Until now, I tell you, that's so surprising. Or if you have a super ace like Justin, you know, they're the stoppers. You would think they have a couple stoppers.
4 or 5, really.
Hard to believe.
Salazar's on the DL now, but.
Man.
The 2-2 in the dirt. And Jimmy goes back now 27 games where the Indians have a team ERA over 5. So
it's hard to believe.
It was at 3.30. It's still very respectable and leading the American League. But
he's right.
That's a month worth of starts, a little more than that. 28 games where the team ERA is over 5 for the Indians. Swinging a foul. Victor trying to do to Syndergaard what Loney just did to Justin Verlander, shorten his night.
Yeah, because they have
one single at bat.
And they're in their pen also, so both pens are busy.
4 runs, 6 hits for the Tigers, 2 runs, 4 hits for the Mets. Tigers added a key run after the Victor home run to make it a 4-2 game. 3-2, swinging a foul out of play. Oh, Victor is turning it around at the plate, Jim. These are the kind of at-bats we get used to seeing.
Yeah, he recognizes pitches awfully good.
Goodell is up and throwing, a right-hander for the Mets.
Hey, after this big guy, so anybody comes in, he's not a hard thrower.
The 3-2. Swinging a foul over the screen right below us. So this will be at least a 9-pitch at-bat for Victor Martinez. Came into the game hitting 300. There'd been a little lull in July, and it was just noticeable because he and Miguel went quiet at the same time.
Yeah, which was a surprise.
Both are now swinging the bat.
Yes, they are.
The 3-2 in the dirt. What an at-bat for Victor Martinez as he draws a walk on the 9th pitch. So Castellanos drew a walk on the 10th pitch of his at-bat. That was in the 4th. And now Victor Martinez draws a walk on the 9th pitch of his at-bat.
Yeah, he's not got many pitches left, I would say, Syndergaard.
His pitch count at 96. Last 2 starts have to be weighing on the mind of Terry Collins.
Absolutely.
No question. 2 really long, high pitch count starts.
Yeah, coming into a game with this Golden Army, that's on top of your brain. Can we get him through 5? Can we get him through 6? Can we get him through 7?
J.D. Martinez takes a 98-mile-an-hour fastball. It's impressive, Jim.
It is.
From inning number 1 right to now, the fastball velocity the same.
It's amazing.
This young man is just 23 years old and turns 24 at the end of the month. Flips over to first because he's thinking,
that's also amazing. You know, jeez.
Maybe Victor will try to run on me too.
Well, no, don't do it, Victor. Don't.
J.D. Martinez has popped out. He also banged a double off the wall and right. The strike one, swinging a soft little tapper to the left of the mound. Syndergaard off, bare hands throws. He did not get him. You couldn't have rolled it out any better. Just a soft little tapper. Infield base hit for J.D. Martinez to put 2 on to start the 6th.
Yeah, how can a guy that big that hits the ball so far do that? That's what the Syndergaard is saying right now.
He threw a fastball to first.
He did, but J.D. can pick him up and lay him down when he wants to, and he did that time. And that really irritates you. You make that good pitch, it's too good of a pitch.
That brings up Castellanos.
A big bopper like that, just that little hit.
Walk and a strikeout for Nick. Again, his walk against a guy who does not walk batters.
That's right.
A 10-pitch battle. He fouled off 4 two-strike pitches. First pitch here is a fastball at 99 in the dirt.
It sounded like that.
So that's a 99-mile-an-hour sinker.
Unbelievable. I mean, come on now. Don't make that up. Who was that? It was Richards, right? From
Garrett
the
Richards.
Angels. They said, believe me. I said,
97.
I said, get out of here.
Sinker.
I never heard of that.
And then we saw it.
I said, you know what? He's got one.
And it had that
heavy ball, man. Oof.
Diving into a righty.
Broke a lot of bats. And he's been hurt a lot, too.
Yeah, too bad. A lot. Here's the 1-0. Changeup for a strike. That changeup's got good movement into a righty.
It's a heck of a changeup with that. It's a compliment from 89 to 99. Good separation.
2 on to start the 6th inning. Pitch count right at 100 for Syndergaard. Bullpen busy for the Mets. How long will Terry Collins go with Noah Syndergaard? This stuff is still dynamite. Castellanos waiting on the 1-1. On the way. Outside. Now the good hitters count. Nick's big improvement this year has been against righties. So imagine if he heats up and starts hitting lefties like he did last year.
Right.
He's torched lefties, and so far this year he's hit lefties for power but not average. But 320 with good power numbers against right-handers this year. Upright stance, cocks the bat high over the right shoulder, waiting on the 2-1. On the way. Swing and a miss. That's just unhittable.
It's nasty.
98 diving in to a right-handed batter.
Boy.
I mean,
that's a golden arm, folks. I don't know if you heard us say that or not, but it really is.
You just marvel at the power and consistency that Noah Syndergaard brings.
And when they had Harvey healthy and this young man and DeGrom, ay.
Well, you just toss in Steven Matz for good measure.
That's right. Jeez.
Syndergaard sets the 2-2. Low and outside. Nick has had 2 really good at-bats in a row here.
This might be the last batter if he walks him. What do you think?
I would think. Remember, he gets a lot of ground ball outs. He had a double play in a key situation in the 4th inning. It looked like it might cut off the Tigers' rally, but McCann delivered a big 2-out hit after the double play. Middle of the infield is Reynolds and Walker. They're in double play depth. Castellanos trying to deliver a big hit with 2 on, nobody out. 4-2 game in the 6th. The pitch. Strike 3.
Oh, man, come on. Come on.
Goodness.
Oh, man.
Well, you worked that hard. That pitch is low and in, and he got the call.
He sure did.
Oh.
We've seen him make, for both sides, calls like that.
But that, jeez,
oh, man.
In the umpire's defense, the movement on that pitch.
But you know what, though? He's seen it all night, though. No. Not gonna, no.
Really?
No, really.
You're
seen
tough,
it all
Jimmy.
night.
You're tough.
I am. I got to be tough because that's Nick. Now, if it was a Met, that would be different. Right? Why should
You're consistent.
I am consistent. You know that.
If it's a Tiger, bad call.
That's right.
For the Tigers, got to swing the bat.
Got to swing the bat, boys. That's right. No question.
That brings up Upton with the strikeout. Terry Collins will ride it out. At least one more batter. 4-2 Tigers, 2 on, 1 out now. It was Upton who hit into that double play in the 4th inning. That was on a 3-2 pitch. See if he charges him early in this at bat. First pitch bounces, didn't have a chance. 99.
Catcher's done a good job. It's not easy catching a young man like this, but you're on high alert. You got to have a quick glove, which this young man does.
Victor taking his lead off second. JD off of first. One out. The 1-0. Fastball.
Oh, my goodness.
Strike near the outside corner.
All of a sudden, huh?
1 ball, 1 strike.
No, why not keep it out there?
You would think. McCann's waiting on deck. Upton came in hitting .243, 13 home runs. 4-2 Tigers in the 6th, the 1-1. Swinging a foul. He did go out there. I'm just so impressed that he's 98-99 at pitch 107.
This is the Nolan Ryan right here. That's what Nolan used to do.
The presence on the mound, Jim, not just the power arm and the size, but I mean his expression
it's hard to believe
never
he's
changes.
23. It really is.
I mean, it's just he's got a presence on the mound. His body language is whatever's happening, I'm still going to get you.
Yeah, but hard to believe he's just 23.
It really is.
We've seen some great young kids that are great pitchers, some great shortstops in baseball. There's a lot of new talent.
Good young talent, as good as we've seen, arguably in a generation.
Yes,
in
it's
terms
been a long
of 25 years old or younger.
That's right.
Around the major leagues. The 1-2. Swinging a ground ball to third base. Big hop for Johnson to Walker 1, relay to first, and not in time. Upton just beat the throw. That was a ground ball on a high chop. It would have been tough to turn to, and they almost did.
Yeah, they sure did. I think if Johnson could have got a little more on it, they might have had him. But he kind of threw like a off-speed pitch over there. Sometimes they don't get a good grip on the ball, like a catcher when a runner's stealing. Takes a little bit off of it.
This weekend series against the Mets, brought to you in part by Sunbelt Rentals. Turn to Sunbelt for your large job or weekend project. Call 1-800-NO-SWEAT or visit sunbeltrentals.com. So a simple force of JD at second base. That puts Upton at first, Victor Martinez at third. Let's see if James McCann can deliver another big 2-out hit. 1 for 2 for James. RBI single his last time up. Swings and misses at a changeup in the dirt.
See, that's cheating. You know, you think it's fastball, and that's called cheating. And the pitcher's supposed to throw a fastball, but he threw a changeup.
Not a bad idea, though.
No, it's not. I mean, that's really, you're thinking fastball. I got to get started.
The strike one pitch, make it strike two, and that's the amazing thing for me, Jim. Just the major league hitters can make that adjustment to 97, 98,
oh, absolutely.
100, 101.
Yep. Well, I've told you many times, coming through the minor leagues, that's what you hit, because most guys that are decent pitchers are mainly fastball pitchers.
Fastball up, and when you see a swing like that early on 91, that means he would have been probably on 98,
that's
99.
Right, exactly. But he guessed wrong. Pitcher outguessed him.
Fastball misses, 1 ball, 2 strikes. So I was wrong. They are going to let Syndergaard go over 110.
I am too. Yep.
Throw at least 112 pitches. The 1-2. Swing and a miss.
Whoa.
Slider got him. That'll be the end of the night. That's a heck of a finish for Noah Syndergaard in an impressive outing.
Very much so.
Even with the 4 runs allowed, that's great stuff. We played 6-4-2 times.
Arsenal. It's good.
The only time he's given up runs lately was in a blowout situation, the concentration level. Let's face it, the adrenaline's not quite the same as something like this.
Get some work in? No.
Yeah, the old getting some work in never seems to work out.
No, that's a tough one.
The strike one, swinging a ground ball softly to second. See a lot of that against Shane Green. Weakly hit balls, big hop for Kinsler, easy flip to Cabrera. Kelly Johnson, who hit the 2-run home run that gave the Mets a brief lead in the 4th. Bounces out to start the 7th.
This is great stuff because I've been talking for 100 years now about late movement and pitches that move. Like his fastball is devastating fastball with the late movement, and of course the slider also. But from a hitter standpoint, when you see a guy that's 95 with movement at the plate, it's tough, I'm telling you. And he's got it.
Mostly fastball cutter. We saw a few more sliders his last time out, and it's a good one.
Yeah, when he wants to throw it, it's outstanding.
There it is. Backdoor slider.
Hanger, but
near the outside corner.
That's right.
Brandon Nimmo, a left-handed batter at the plate. Interesting to see what, if any, moves Terry Collins will make with the lefty. Boyd on the mound tomorrow. Granderson stays in, you know. There's a swing and a miss. But Loney can't hit lefties. Bruce hits lefties. He'll be in, but you would think they'll still just go with a mostly lefty lineup because there aren't a whole lot of options.
Yeah, they have no choice. Yeah, they're out of players.
Yeah, Michael Conforto on the bench. He's another lefty.
Yeah, they're just out of players.
The 0-2 to Nimmo. Fastball misses high and outside.
We have said for years, you and I, Dan, that really survival of the fittest. You know, the teams that
there's no question.
The fewest injuries. I mean, that's just every year in and year out. That's how it is.
I was looking at this earlier this year, Jim, because of the White Sox had a remarkable history of keeping pitchers healthy. There's a fastball up and away.
Right.
And what you notice as you looked into, and Hardball Times have done some really nice studies in terms of which teams are the best at keeping their players healthy.
Right.
Well, the team that was showing up there was Chicago for the fewest number of days lost to the disabled list, the Detroit Tigers.
Really?
For the last 5 years especially.
Yeah, right.
3 to 5 years.
Oh, that's great.
There's a swing and a ground ball foul, so credit to the strength and conditioning staff,
sure.
Kevin Rand and his staff. But clearly, I mean, they've come
there's
upon the training.
That's right.
I mean, either the treatment for pitchers after starts or after appearances, the strength and conditioning program to keep these guys healthy.
Yeah.
The Tigers have done an excellent job.
And all year round.
And it's not a coincidence because the teams that lose guys to the disabled list keep showing up year after year at the top.
No question.
Of that list. The list you don't want to be at the top.
No, not good.
The 2-2 outside, and the New York Mets year after year. And it's funny, you can go back 3 years, 5 years, or 15 years. The Mets are in the top 5, top 3 for days lost to the disabled list.
You know, and not picking on anybody, but really it's all about with conditioning, not just during the season, but off-season conditioning and everything.
It's a very detailed program. The 3-2, swing and a miss. There's that good cutter. Nimmo strikes out. 2 up, 2 down here in the 7th inning.
Love this arm.
Final line for Justin Verlander. It's now 17 starts of just excellence for Justin. Brought to you by Auto Value Parts Stores, where service is the difference. 6 innings, 2 runs on 4 hits, 1 walk, 9 strikeouts. This is 17 starts with a 2.60 ERA, low walks, high strikeouts, and very few hits.
That's Justin.
4-2 Tigers are in the top of the 7th inning. Cutter misses outside to Rene Rivera. Bottom part of the order. Rivera's 0 for 2. 2 routine fly balls to right. 7th inning brought to you by Wallside Windows, Michigan's leader in replacement windows for 72 years. Castellanos deep along the line at third. Iglesias straight up at short. The outfield straight up. Normal depth. Rivera takes a strike. There's the slider. 1 ball, 1 strike.
That's nasty.
J.D. Martinez in right field in a little bit. Three-run 4th inning for the Tigers right after the Mets had taken the lead is the difference in this game. The 1-1. Check swing, and he went too far. Man, that's tough.
Late movement there, baby.
Aren't many pitchers who do what Shane Green does, Jim, with the cutter and the slider combination.
Yeah, because they're different. You know, most of them, they're not different. Because, you know, they're hard to keep. You know, it's almost the same grip and almost the same release.
Close stance for Rivera. The 1-2 is swing and a miss. He just waved at a slider low and away. That's a great outing for Shane Green.
Fantastic.
1-2, 3, 7th. 2 strikeouts, both. Big crowd on hand on this Friday night. Love to see you out here tomorrow night. Game 2 of the 3-game series, Tigers and New York Mets. Sunday afternoon wraps up this 9-game homestand and 3-game series. Tigers with a 4-2 lead. Eric Goodell takes over on the mound for New York. First pitch to Iglesias, fastball, strike.
Pitching change brought your neighborhood Michigan Ford dealers. His 21st appearance, 21 innings, 18 strikeouts, only 4 walks, 3 home runs. Right-hander.
There's a swing and a soft tapper to third. Waiting for it is the third baseman. Johnson throws to first to get Iglesias. So, Jim, that now we go to the more traditional 90-mile-an-hour fastball, 81-mile-an-hour changeup.
That's so the guys got to back off a little bit now. They've been working hard to speed up their bats. Now they have to back off a little bit. So a major difference. Coaches or managers like to have a major difference in arsenals, whether right-hander or left-hander or what. And this is a major difference in arsenals.
So Syndergaard goes 6. He's been going 7 with some regularity earlier in the season. Now he's gone 6 or fewer in his last 5 starts. 4 runs on 7 hits, 2 walks, 7 strikeouts. Even though it was only 6, it's still very impressive to see him in person for the first time.
It really is. I mean, that's a marvelous arm.
Curveball misses to Kinsler. 4-2 Tigers have out hit the Mets 7-4. Justin Verlander leading the way again for the Tigers. There's a swing and a line drive to right, sinking. Coming in is the right fielder Bruce to make the catch. 2 up, 2 down on 4 pitches. Tigers leading by 2.
He's been going to right field tonight. Good bit, huh?
You can let us know who your choice is for today's SVS Vision Player of the Game by texting the letters SVS and the complete player name to 97136. Yankees 9-4 lead over the Indians in the 7th in New York.
Something else. Mojo is working.
Pitch in the dirt to Tyler Collins.
It's the best of all things. Tigers winning, Cleveland keeps losing.
And they are home right now. This is a good long stretch at
they're
home.
at home tonight.
Well, they're in New York, but I mean, this month,
Yeah.
this 5-week stretch, while the Tigers are at home a lot, so are the Indians, and they did not take advantage of it in that series against Minnesota. The 1-0. Curveball for a strike. 1 ball, 1 strike. Tyler's 0 for 3 tonight. He's had 2 good swings. Line out to left in the first, another line drive to left in the third, struck out in the 5th. Johnson at third, even the base. Now he backs up a step off the line. 1-1 to Collins. Fastball misses low and away.
91, that's like a changeup to
that was the changeup, wasn't it?
I mean, you can't make it up. There's a split finger, too.
There's a swing and a miss.
There it was.
Pitch Speeds brought to you by X1 from Xfinity. It's going to change the way you experience sports. Washington beat San Francisco on the General RV scoreboard from 1-800-CALL-SAM Studios 5-1. So the Giants 5-13, Jim.
That's something.
In their last 18.
Bruce Bochy's team don't usually do that.
No, they don't. Swing and a miss. Changeup gets Collins as he strikes out to end the 7th inning. A 1-2-3 for Goodell. We head to the 8th inning. Tigers on top of the Mets 4-2 on the Detroit Tigers Radio Network.
At Comerica.
6 walks in 40 innings. How's that sound?
Like a guy who's done exactly what the Tigers hoped he would do when they traded for him. First pitch, fastball down. Almost every fastball. Kind of reminds you of Matt Thornton. Every fastball for Matt Thornton was 97.
Right.
Every fastball for Justin Wilson seems to be 95. Right at 95 or 96.
We got to talk to him about that. Change speeds a little bit.
Reynolds at the plate. You really feel good with the late innings in the hands of Green, Wilson, K-Rod.
Done a terrific job.
1-0 cutter is off the plate inside, so you got Green with a fastball cutter and more and more sliders lately, but he's fastball cutter, and Justin Wilson almost exclusively from the left side, fastball cutter. And it works.
Yep. Well, when you have a power arm like that, use it the right way.
Walk rate below 1.5 for Justin, with a strikeout rate of 11 per 9 innings. Check swing went too far, 2-1. That ERA is 3.60. I think that's a little bit deceptive just because.
You look at 1 or 2 outings.
Yeah,
really.
a couple of outings, and there's some bad luck involved when you give up almost a hit an inning with the low walk, high strikeouts. There's a swing and a miss. And swing and miss stuff. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
It's just one of the best arms in the game. And I remember we would play Pittsburgh. They would bring Watson and Wilson out, and we started. Are you kidding me? I never saw anything like it.
Devastating.
2 guys, mid 90s and above, left-handers.
Reynolds waiting on the 2-2. Swing and a pop-up, playable, right side of the infield. Miguel Cabrera will make the catch. He had to move onto the outfield grass at the end to reach for it. 1 up, 1 down here in the 8th inning. Lefty who can get out lefties and righties. And Jim, if he falls behind in the count like he just did there, you really feel good about him getting back into the count, and probably not a good swing.
No, that's right. No, it's just nasty stuff. And, pretty consistent also.
Justin Verlander went the first 6, 2 runs on 4 hits, 1 walk, 9 strikeouts. A 1-2-3 7th inning for Shane Green with 2 strikeouts. Now an easy pop-up off the bat of Reynolds to start the 8th inning for Justin Wilson. Fastball in to Curtis Granderson at 95,
yep.
Ball 1.
Poor kid Reynolds, just be in the minor leagues, facing arms like this.
1-0, fastball, check swing, called strike. Lefties definitely limit the effectiveness of Curtis Granderson, but he can hit lefties.
He hangs in there.
Just doesn't hit with much power against lefties as he does against righties. Draws more walks against righties. The 1-1. Off speed, down in the strike zone with a cutter, 2-1. 0 for 3 for Curtis tonight. Bruce with a single and a walk. 2-run home run for Johnson. That's about it for the offense. Offensive highlights for the New York Mets.
Right.
The 2-1 pitch, swinging a ground ball, chopped foul down the first base line.
97 that time. See, he listened to us.
Change speeds.
Yeah.
Gear it up a little more once in a while.
Yes, sir.
10-4 now. Yankees over Cleveland. So,
boy, oh boy,
Jim, that's 4 of the last 5 games that the Indians have allowed at least 10 runs.
It's hard to believe that they've all gone
Stunning.
bad. Yeah, it is.
4 out of 5, the best pitching team in the American League, has given up at least 10 runs. There's a pitch up and in. The cutter missed badly. Curtis had to jump back.
And they were all really, excited when they got Miller. So they were able to use him one time already.
They've hardly been able to use him.
One time.
Yeah,
one time.
And not in a save situation. Everything's been a blowout. The 1 win was a blowout. Strike on the inside corner. Whoa! Stayed with the cutter. Curtis again thought he had a walk for the second straight at bat, and this time he heads to the dugout. Not happy.
It was a good call.
A great call for
right.
out number 2. Two outs, bases empty, 5 up, 5 down against Green. And now Justin Wilson. 8th inning brought to you by your Metro Detroit Chevy dealers. Put it in D and see why Chevy drives the Motor City. Alejandro Diaz pops it up down the left field line. Long run for Upton. No, he'll slow down, make the catch. Right along the line in fair territory. Hands it to a fan in foul territory. And that's the end of the top of the 8th. Another leading off bottom of the 8th. 4-2 Tigers. First pitch, ground ball, base hit into right. It's what he does.
It's just something. First pitch swinging. Pitchers will never learn, will they?
And he's been lagging a little behind this year on those doing damage on the first pitch.
Really?
He's starting to pick it up again.
I talked to him the other day about that. Once you get it going now, Dan mentioned you were a little behind.
I mean, it's over 400 for his career. I mean, the numbers are really astounding.
It's amazing. It's amazing more guys don't do it. Even though we did say before there are more doing it.
The league-wide trend is definitely teams swinging at the first pitch more often.
See,
but
let's do what Justin Verlander or Miguel Cabrera does. That's easy. Who was it, JD, that said he's from outer space the other day?
Martinez at the plate. 3 infielders on the right side. First pitch, fastball low and outside. Logan Verrett starts for the Mets tomorrow. Again, he's filling in. It was a loss to lose, obviously, Harvey for the rest of the year.
Oh, boy.
There's a swing and a foul past the screen. You've got the bookends on the weekend of the power arms, low walk, high strikeout guys in Syndergaard and DeGrom. And Vera does not fall in that category. You would think perhaps a good matchup for the Tigers tomorrow.
You would think so, yes.
A high walk rate, low strikeout rate. He's done a decent job. 4.20 ERA. There's a pitch in the dirt. Gets away from Rivera, but Miguel's not going anywhere. 2-1 now, the count on Victor Martinez. And again, Matt Boyd on the mound for the Tigers, who's done really a nice job. As you said, he needs to work deeper. He knows that.
Right.
But right now, he'll certainly take the innings that he's giving you because they're quality innings.
Sure.
4 walks, 23 strikeouts in his 20 innings of work since his recall.
Yeah, no question.
Victor batting lefty against the righty. Walking a 2-run home run for Victor in this game tonight. Fastball backs him away now 3-1.
Now a good hitter like Martinez is. Look for a pitch in his zone and let it go. If it's not in his zone or that pitch, you youngsters are listening. Great Ted Williams, that was his theory, and he was pretty good.
Yeah, 344 wasn't bad.
Not bad, huh?
Career, that wasn't 1 year, by the way.
That's right, that was forever.
Here's the 3-1. Oh, he snaps off the curveball. That was a good pitch last inning. We saw that against Collins.
He was not looking for that, so he took it.
33 innings of work at the major league level last year for Goodell. Does not walk many. Command has gotten much better as he's moved up the ranks of the minor leagues. 3-2 here. Swing and a miss. He gets Victor off speed.
Changeup got him.
Pretty good mix of pitches for a reliever.
Yeah. With his, I would say with his velocity, he needs that. Yeah.
Starter in the minor leagues, turned to relief a couple of years ago. Man on to man out for J.D. Martinez. Single, double, and a fly or a pop out for J.D. His double banged off the wall on the right. He hit it. It was just a rope.
Yeah, it sure was.
First pitch here. Tried to check his swing. It's a called strike on the outside corner. Near it.
And that has been called a strike a lot tonight.
Sure has. Miguel takes short, cautious lead at first. The strike one pitch, swinging a high fly ball, left field, fairly deep. Going back, Nemo onto the warning track. He'll make the catch. One giant step onto the warning track. J.D. earlier in the game, well, I guess the breeze is still blowing.
Yeah, it is still blowing.
Maybe earlier in the game, it might have gone out.
So that was probably, what would you say, 20 feet in front of the warning track without the wind?
Without the wind, yeah. America customers enjoy a VIP experience at Tigers home games this year. To find out how you can use your Comerica Bank card this year at Tigers home games, go to Comerica.com/yourpark. 2 outs, a man on. Castellanos at the plate. A walk, 2 strikeouts. He drills into center field. Deep on the run, Diaza. He'll make a running catch. Deep straightaway center, moving toward left center.
Well, he approached that the right way. He cut the pie.
Leadoff single. That's all for the Tigers. We head to the 9th. K-Rod's coming on. 4-2 Tigers. 9th inning brought to you by Comerica Bank. Raise your expectations what a bank can be when it's time. Go to Comerica. 4-2 Tigers. K-Rod on the mound.
Pitching change brought to you by the Southeast Michigan Ford dealers. Visit Suburban Ford in Ferndale. Think Ford first. Well, as you know, he's been lights out. 30 out of 32 save opportunities. 38 strikeouts, 13 walks, and 38 2/3 innings of work. He drives hitters crazy when he's right, and you understand that.
Romine in defensively at third base. And it's not an easy job, and he's done it extremely well.
He's good.
Come into a game, play in the hot corner. There's a fastball for a strike. This is the heart of the order. Walker, Bruce, Loney. Keep thinking of that hit by James McCann, adding on that key third run in the 3-run 4th inning.
Heck of an at-bat, really was.
Turned a 3-2 game into a 4-2 game. That's where we are now. Strike one, line drive into center field. A sharp single off the bat of Neil Walker. We've seen enough of that through the years.
Hanging breaking ball. His eyes lit up on that baby.
That brings up Jay Bruce, 1 for 2 in this game. Line drive single his first time up. He walked, rode home on the Kelly Johnson home run. 5 of the 6 runs in this game were scored in the 4th inning. Kelly Johnson hit a 2-out, 2-run home run to give the Mets a brief lead, 2-1. 2 batters into the bottom of the 4th inning. The Tigers had regained the lead after a single by Cabrera and a Victor Martinez home run to make it 3-2. Tigers added 1 more on the McCann 2-out single. Bruce takes the pitch up and away. 4-2 here in the 9th.
What a job they did against one of the really great young pitchers.
Noah Syndergaard lived up to the advanced billing. He may have given up 4, but
Yeah, that's right.
he makes an impression when you watch him.
He really does.
1-0 is in the dirt and by McCann. Trickles on the ground behind home plate. Wild pitch gets Walker down to second.
James will tell us after the game, though, that the ball shouldn't have got by him. Should not got by him.
Think how rarely he misses that ball.
They tried to catch it, and it went through the wicket. And I've said this many times on the air. You don't want to catch it. You want to put the glove down. Don't catch it. Try to catch it. You just see what happens. And he knows it. That's a cardinal sin by a catcher.
Bruce with a fly ball deep to center his last time up. Lots of thump in this left-handed bat. 2-0. 3-0. Change-up misses.
Well, you know, one way to look at this, you don't want him particularly swinging.
I was thinking the same thing.
He's the real threat.
Experienced reliever maybe doesn't mind walking him.
Yeah. Careful with
Loney
this
is not
pitch.
the same threat.
That's right.
He's waiting on deck. K-Rod sets the 3-0. Swing and a miss. What a good changeup. Bruce trying to launch, and he was way out ahead of the changeup.
Ball just keeps going down, down, down.
Walker, the runner at second. Here's the 3-1. Swinging a tap foul. Keeping that changeup down. And he'll throw 3, 4, 5 changeups in a row.
Oh, absolutely. It's hard to get a pattern on him. He has 3 really good pitches. Doesn't throw as many curveballs, but it's good. But you can guess you get 2 strikes on you, but still, with that changeup, they can guess and still not wait.
3 infielders on the right side. Kinser's on the outfield grass. Romine, the lone infielder, on the left side. 3-2 is swinging a soft tapper down the first base line. It will stay fair, hugging the line. Miguel fields it with his left foot on first base. Bruce is out number 1 here in the 9th inning. Over to third goes Walker.
Heck of a pitch. Big thumper like that, little easy ground ball.
What a great way to get back into the at-bat, too.
Oh,
down
man.
3-0. And
It's something, really.
Comes right back.
Swinging 3-0, which he knew he was going to. That helped a lot.
brings up Loney. He's 1 for 3. 2 good swings. Line single, line out. 11-5. Yankees in the 8th inning lead Cleveland.
It's just hard to believe.
Starters are struggling right now for the Indians collectively. Loney hits out of a crouch. First pitch, changeup, 84 on the outside edge, strike 1. Big series in Houston this weekend. Houston has had a tough time since the Tigers swept them here.
They beat them up here.
They've fallen 6.5 out. They close within 2.5. They're playing Texas this weekend. They've got a 5-0 lead in the 8th inning with Keuchel on the mound.
He can pitch.
The strike 1. Swinging a ground ball to first, hit hard to Miguel Cabrera. Jump up, make the play unassisted. In to score comes Walker, but it's 2 outs. Base is empty. Tigers leading 4-3.
The big man played it like a third baseman in the hot corner and just blocked it with his body, and that was it. The rest is history.
RBI for Loney. Tigers 1 out away from taking game 1 of this 3-game weekend series. Chance to be within 2 of first place in the Central. Pinnacle Home wants to thank fans for listening this season for your support of Michigan-based companies such as Pinnacle Homes, tradition of quality, luxury, family, headquartered in Bloomfield Hills. 32,000 plus on their feet here at Comerica Park. 2 outs in the 9th. First pitch strike to Kelly Johnson.
Great call, Dan. Jeez. It's hilarious.
That's a big strike zone for Ryan Blackman. And McCann's going to set up the same spot. The strike one. Swinging a ground ball. Second base, charging Kinsler. Gloves it, flips to Cabrera, and the Tigers take game one. Justin Verlander leading the way. Big hits right after the Mets had taken the lead from McCann and Victor Martinez. And the Tigers continue their roll, especially here at home. They've won 9 of 10.
Way to go, boys.
Our final score, the Detroit Tigers in game one of a 3-game series with New York, 4-3 winners over the Mets.
Talking about a new truck? Then it's time to talk to your Metro Detroit Chevy dealer. Looking for durability with stylish comfort? Let's talk Chevy.